Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Good evening and welcome to another special edition of Stones Live. Today we have the 40K guaranteed final table here at Stones Live. This is
Veronica Brill.
And I am Jake Rosensteel. Oh wait, no! I'm actually filling in for Mr. the Jake because he is at the final table.
We all hate him for it.
Yeah, exactly. And Veronica was in this tournament. I actually thought she was gonna be the final table as well, but
don't remind me.
Yeah, we won't bring that up.
22nd place.
It's too soon. It's too soon. But we have an action-packed tournament for everybody tonight. It's going to be a blast. Lots of familiar faces here at the final table.
Sean Drake, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Drake, the master World Series of Poker bracelet holder, hunting of third place in another event. He's going to hate me for saying that. Sean Drake, the man that is worshipped when he walks in the door, seat 1.
It's true. And it's funny, earlier in the tournament, I've heard this story no less than 10 times around the card room today.
At least.
Sean Drake flops quads, has 2 players push all into him, and he just casually says, well, good luck, and calls and tables his hand, and let's just say he's at the final table and the other 2 players are gone.
Wow.
So,
Wow. I wish I ran that good.
Yeah.
I am convinced that Sean Drake's not really a good player. He just runs good.
Yeah,
Obviously.
absolutely.
So David is in seat 2. So right now we've got average stack of 230,000. Blinds are 5,000, 10,000 with a $1,000 ante. Sean Drake's sitting at about 200,000, so just below average. David in seat 2, 282,000. Behold, Sean Drake, the chip stack of doom. William in seat 3. Seems like a nice guy. I actually crossed paths with him before I busted and cried in the bathroom for 45 minutes.
It's true.
Sitting on 294,000, just under 300K. Mark in seat 4, 72K, hanging on for dear life. He's got a snorkel. Trying to breathe.
Treading water.
Treading water, just like, oh, doggy paddle. Jen in seat 5. I played with Jen. Really like her. Really good player. Very aware of her surroundings.
Absolutely.
Watching how people were playing, reacting to that.
I like to nickname her the silent assassin because you don't really pay a whole lot of attention to her, and the next thing you know, she took your chips and you just kind of say what happened.
She will watch how you play and adjust her game to what you're doing. She'll know exactly what you're doing. She's really good. There's a reason she made the final table.
Yeah.
So Jen's got 119K. Probably go up from here.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then this crazy guy. I don't know about
this. Oh, it hurts me into my core to say that Jake Rosensteel, Axel Rose, himself, my Snapchat BFF, the man who has the same amount of World Series of Poker bracelets as I do, Jake, sitting on over 300K in chips. I wish I had a percentage of him. I really did. We didn't swap today for the first time because I haven't played in a year.
Well, we didn't expect Jake to make the final table. I mean, let's face it, guys.
Anything.
It's Jake, right? I mean, come on now.
We were expecting him to end up at the liquor store. So Jake is at the final table with almost the second. He's second in chips with 304K. Erlen. Who is that Erlen guy?
Erlen there, actually.
I like that shirt. That's
I've seen him around Stones once or twice before. He's definitely a familiar face.
239,000 from Erlen. David, 440K.
Yeah.
over 440K.
Huge. He's our big
assassin.
stack at the table.
Kind of
he's
an
killing it
assassin,
now.
right?
Yeah.
And then Daniel, seat 9, 104K.
So let's talk about this. So today the buy-in was what? What was the buy-in today?
Today it was our final Sunday tournament. It was a $350 buy-in. It's our biggest tournament of the month. 40-minute blinds, 15K to start. Beautiful structure. If you're ever down to play, you know, I'm not I've streamed my game to more of a cash game. But if you're gonna play a tournament and you're gonna play once in a while, you want to play a deep stack that's a good buy-in with a good structure, and this is it. This is it. This is the creamsicle.
No, it's true. I feel that
if the ice cream truck is going down the street, this is a creamsicle.
Yeah, and you stop the guy and you're like, hey, I need, what do you want?
Give me the most elite
I want the
one.
creamsicle. Yeah,
right?
true.
This is it. So, you didn't play today.
I did not actually. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I stumbled in here randomly, and then Jake decided to, I guess, bad beat a lot of players, and so now you have me, and we're gonna all make fun of Jake together. So that's gonna be very exciting.
The more we are together, the more, I don't know what the song is, but there's a song about it, how we can all make fun of Jake. So let's fondue together. Welcome, Rick and Barstow, my darling. Nice to see you. And all of our Fat Train, you're in there already, and Aunt Doom too. Aunt Doom was in
What do you want from
Aunt Doom and I made it pretty deep.
He's in the tournament as well. Yeah.
Plastica, disjunctive Iliisms. That name's crazy. All right, so we're starting out here. Always fun. Look at Sean Drake, everybody. Look at that beast of a man.
He's not even in the hand. Just don't worry about him.
Seat 2 right there. Can we talk about David in seat 2? A little bit of a wild card.
Oh yeah.
He's got a little more gamble in him, and he's got a lot of gusto. So we've got an all-in here from Mark in seat 4. Jake's sitting on ace 10. You know, it's a tough spot to be in a big blind.
Oh, absolutely. Ace 10 is one of those hands where you don't necessarily want to be the one calling. You want to be the aggressor. You want to be the one raising. So calling with ace 10 is a little sketchy.
He's also got people behind him. He's got to think about it. It's not like it was Mark that shoved all in. Yeah, it's not like he's the only one in the hand. So if it was just Jake calling, I think Jake would have insta-called, but he's got to think about the other people in the hand.
So actually we have ATC Dan here that says Jake actually only made it to the final table because he ate Veronica's Lucky High Chew. Now I believe I just saw, was that a call from Jake? It was a call. So Jake's gonna make the call here, and we're probably gonna see a chop pot. And he's like, oh, I can't believe you play that ace 10 cheese. There you go.
Let's see a flush, just to make it fun.
Wow, glutton for punishment. Everybody, let's watch NASCAR for the car wrecks here. And it's all clubs, and nobody has a club.
No, Jake had, nobody has a club. That was fun, right? No, it wasn't.
Master C, what's going on? Welcome to the chat, everybody.
Master C.
A quick shout out to Mr. JFK Stones himself. It is his birthday today. I think he turns 21.
What?
He turns 21 again, I believe.
Tell me it was his birthday.
It's true.
We had a heart-to-heart in the bathroom. Not that we were in the bathroom together.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to say that.
Right?
Is it a unisex bathroom? I mean,
yeah, that's
okay.
why he brought me in the bathroom. He was like, "There's a celebration. Let's
There's
go
a
in."
celebration. It's party time. There's a party in the bathroom.
What? Happy birthday! You're not going to be able to live this one down.
Man, it must
Justin,
be rough. So you go to
for not telling
Hawaii,
me.
you come back, you have a birthday, you hang out. I mean, life's tough for Justin.
Let's
right now.
just not say that it was just like looking at pineapples in Hawaii.
Oh, look, you're sweating in the background. You have Mike Postle, your favorite.
It was a lot of looking at pineapples in Hawaii.
Absolutely. No, it was great. Actually, Justin live streamed basically a lot of his straight water endeavors and right at the live waterfall and all sorts of really, really cool stuff. So he had a blast out there. He was out there for like a week and some change. So happy birthday to him. He's having a great time.
So woman writer T. Berg, Mustack, of course, our lovely regulars. So seat 9 Daniel, we were giving him such a hard time because he wouldn't talk to Jake and I, or he wouldn't talk to Jake and me, and he is just one of those standard poker pros, you know, standard, like hoodie,
literally
quiet, young guy. That's gonna win a bracelet in the next 5
So
years.
when he's not talking to you, then it almost entices you to goad him a little more to talk to you, right?
Hey, don't put gasoline on the fire. Don't put flame on the fire.
No, don't flame that fire. Don't do it.
Look at Jake. He's gonna come in the booth right now. You see him standing up.
Yeah, he's
don't
out there.
talk about anything bad that I do.
Yeah, I figure, honestly, Jake, I mean, commentators needle fellow commentators, so that just happens. Oh, look at this flop here. So William waking up with a nut flush draw, and let's see here.
So Jack 4, these kind of flops, they're very polarized. One of your opponents is either like murdering you on the flop, or everyone's airballing this. If you flop a jack, you're probably not going to get paid a lot. If you have pocket fours, you're not going to get paid a lot. Overpairs tend to scoop or lose. It looks like Erlen is reaching for some chips here. It's been a long day. We've been playing since 10 a.m.
Wow.
My back hurts. I'm an old, crusty woman.
So you're coming up on 11 hours now, killing the game.
Those yellow chips are 10K. The lavender, those beautiful lavender are 5K. The black chips are 1K. If there are any red, they're 500. And then we have plaques. Plaques! You're the biggest
Plaques.
fan of plaques.
I love plaques, and by the way, I call them tiles, but whatever. Okay, you know,
So tiles-
plaque is something that's on your teeth. Okay, yeah.
So
okay.
tiles, I've seen you lick them.
Well, that's a personal moment, and I prefer if you don't share that with everybody. But yes, tiles are awesome. I'm a fan of them. I like the way they sound. I like the way they look. I like the way they taste. Obviously, yeah, fantastic.
678. Thank you for joining us. I wish that you could join us a little more often in the booth, because I feel like I didn't get my money's worth in just the 3 hours that you were here. I feel like I could have got more, like Christmas. Like, give us some more Christmas presents.
I love it. So check this out. So William fires out 30. Erland over there with the 4 actually raises to 143K. So now William's sitting here faced with a decision. I mean, it's kind of basically, could be borderline tournament life here if he wants. Oh, he's going to make the call, it looks like.
So the delay is about 20 minutes long, guys. It is 20 minutes long.
It's a
and,
good delay. Oh, and spade peels off right now. William makes it now. So what's Erland going to do here? It's lots of craziness.
Just kidding. I'm a fan also.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So you have so David got out, and it looks like, I don't know the action here. I think maybe William jammed and Erland called, something like that, because we have both hands tabled here. Yeah. Also, Erland jams and William calls, and game time. There it is.
This is not practice anymore.
No.
It's a game.
Yeah. No, these guys are going for it all the way.
I feel like we're the Sacramento Kings, and we're in a game.
Absolutely. Wait, so we're gonna give it away in the fourth quarter? Is that what that means? Sorry, sick burn.
Why? Don't hate on Sacramento Kings.
I'm not hating. I'm gonna enjoy the new stadium and all the ridiculous traffic downtown. It's gonna be fantastic. So Erland is gonna leave us here.
Let's just talk about this from
in
10 a.m.
Erland's gonna leave us here in 9th place for a little over $1,000. So congratulations, Erland.
Since 9 a.m., Erland's been here, and he made 2 minutes of the live stream.
Hey, he made 11 hours of poker though.
You know what that means? Do you know what that means?
Talk to me.
Life's not fair.
Life's never fair.
Life's not fair. Erland.
Life.
Erland has now been X'd out of my list, and I'll never remember him again.
So 678 says Jake is dressed for success in the Deej poker gear, making it happen.
No, there's nothing that says dress for success like Joy Division.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm staring into the camera and I'm looking into all of your souls. So how you doing? You drove your fluorescent yellow Bumblebee open top Corvette here.
It was a nice day. Convertibles had to happen. I drove the Corvette here
Screams douchebag.
to hang out. It screams awesomeness, by the way. She actually mispronounced the term. Yeah. It's really fantastic. But no, had a blast, drove here, decided to play a little poker, and then Jake and Veronica went super deep in the tournament, and then Veronica totally busted out, which we kind of expected. And then Jake actually made it to the final table, which we didn't expect.
Bad beat.
Honestly, Veronica
crushed.
had aces crushed by deuce 4, so let's not be too tough on her tonight. She
So
really
we're
should
looking
be
at,
there.
right now, Daniel's got aces. He's all in under the gun.
Nobody has deuce 4, though, to beat it.
He's all in for 100K. Blinds right now are 5,000, 10,000, so he's all in for 10 big blinds.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make moves at this point.
Oh yeah, with aces, you gotta make moves. Yeah, come on.
I'm worried about people calling him. Nobody's calling him. Don't worry about it.
Come on.
Hey, if they had deuce 4 clubs, they would have built one, but like they beat you. But 3-4 clubs, no good.
Wow.
So he's gonna take that down.
Hypno Beam. Is this live? No.
It's Hypno Beam.
We are, whatever. Let me just say things the way I normally say them. We are streaming to your brain, and although it seems as if it's live, it's not. It's like those weird 70s movies.
It's live-ish. heavy on the ish. No, we're about a 20-minute delay, but we
Have you ever seen
are
Naked
live
Lunch?
with you.
Naked Lunch?
Naked Lunch? No, but it sounds delicious.
Whoa, totally. Like, is this live? But it's not, but it is. Let's talk about that. Let's not get too sophisticated here. So, Jake's in the game, ladies and gentlemen. I know you recognize that man.
You can't miss that beard. How can you miss that beard?
Sean Drake, World Series of Poker bracelet winner, in seat 1 there. Handsome as he is, he folds.
He's not wearing the bracelet right now, just in case you were looking for it.
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to jump in the parking lot.
No, exactly.
with him.
That is at home in the vault.
So David in seat 2. David's a little bit of a wild player with very little regard for his hand strength. And I'll tell you, no.
But that works for him, though.
It is working for him. He's at the final table. I'm just telling you that it's hard to put a range on him. I played with him earlier today. He's I think he's here. He's one of those guys. I'm here to have fun. I really don't care what you have. I want to see a flop.
Absolutely. Right?
And it's okay though. I mean, you get those in the tournament. So David raises to 35K. I just lost my sound. Okay.
You're fine.
So Daniel's sitting there with pocket tens. This is a really tough spot. Daniel's not huge. Doesn't have a huge stack.
And so is this kind of putting him to a spot where is he like kind of all in or fold type mentality here, or?
You know, it depends. It depends.
Oh, the classic poker cliche. It
position
depends.
is really important right now with his decision, and he's got someone like David. I don't know if he's got a history with David. He might be giving David a lot more credit.
He gave him a lot of credit. I mean, just laying down tens like that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and you have to understand, people see the cards and are like, how can you lay down tens there? David's laying down. So David, you have to put pressure on David, honestly. But someone like Daniel might have been playing with David in seat 8 for. Why do they have 2 Davids on our sheet? Yeah, there's 2 Davids. So David in seat 8 may have been playing with Daniel in seat 9 for like 8 hours today, and have picked up some history and folded his tens because he believes he's behind. It may be the right fold 80% of the time.
Yeah, and as it was right there, it happened to be a coin flip, but if the guy at jacks are better, he was clearly obviously dominated.
Let's Fondue Together said it was a nit fold. Again, I think in a vacuum, it was a nit fold. I think that based on the history they have together, and I have been playing with like half the players at this table I've been playing with for hours and hours, and I can tell you develop a lot of history with these people, and you want to take your reads and you want to go with your reads. That's all. That's what you've got.
That's it. That's where I'm at.
To me, it's a tough spot with pocket tens, with 10 big blinds. I'm jamming there. I'm jamming it like at a good Jamaican hall party.
Yeah, we be jamming.
Yeah.
Okay,
man.
so here we have Jake here, right off the button, and everybody folds over to him, and he's gonna go ahead and make a move here with 9-5 suited. He's gonna make it 35K.
Sean Drake folds to Jake Rosensteel. Ladies and gentlemen,
oh my God.
History has been made.
I mean, only because he had 7 deuce.
Behold.
So put it out there.
Behold the chip stack of Jake.
Oh man, let it begin.
I am Horror Crusher. What is up? Nice to see you in the chat. Mike Postle, NEL Player of the Year, is sitting in front of us.
Oh my gosh, we get needled by so many people on the other side of this booth.
This is not just a poker room, but this is a poker room of the stars. So I just want to talk about Mike Postle right now.
Oh,
Mike
man.
Postle taught me how to play Paikai right before we got here.
Just literally tens of minutes ago.
I spewed all of my money, and so did he. But we learned how to play the game. I think he learned too. I don't think it was. I think it was his first time.
Did you guys learn together? You got learned upon?
Mike Postle, come here. Tell us, was it your first time?
Oh man, trust me, that was not Mike Postle's first time.
Live history. Rick and Barstow, I have to say, I really enjoyed him on Veronica and Friends.
Absolutely, Rick's
What
a
a
blast.
great Veronica and Friends. I really would love to do it again with some Rick and Barstow. This time we need to get Jimmy Bluffett.
I have actually never, honestly, and I'm not even bragging on your behalf, because trust me, I'll give you crap.
Sean's all in right now, sorry. Sean's all in the small blind with ace-3. Everyone folded to him. David in the ace, with ace-queen in the big blind. Really bad timing for Sean Drake. Really bad timing.
Oh, yeah. And you see Sean's face there. He's like, oh, oops.
You know, that's actually a really good move by Sean Drake. Everyone folds to you in the small blind. You've got an ace.
90+% of the time, your ace rag is going to be better than the guy with the big blind if you're just in the small. So, and it's a chop! Oh, no river!
It's a chop!
Oh, no, it's not a chop anymore!
Oh, it isn't.
Wow! It was totally a chop until the 2 outer ace hit the river, and ace queen's gonna take it. Ouch! How do you just insta chop like that and then just get? I almost feel bad for
feel
Sean.
like it's me
I feel
right
like it was a
there.
guaranteed chop, and then he just got
No,
counterfeited.
we call it warranty here. Plastica, my darling. How are you? So Plastica and Woman Rider.
Yes, in your last game.
No, well, okay, so yeah, they're in my last game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, but you know, there are not a lot of women in poker compared to men, relative to men, right?
No, really? Is this a
And-
news flash?
Yeah, thank you. Let me get to my story, my point. We have become good friends. Like, Plastica and Woman Rider are actually really good people outside the poker room. You know, there's a lot of scumbags in here. You don't want
A lot of scumbags.
like you. Like, I wouldn't call you outside of poker. But like, Plastica and I have become friends. Woman Rider and I.
this mustache.
And this is what's great about the poker community in Northern California. I've noticed there's a lot of women playing, and you can connect with each other. Where I haven't noticed that in Canada. In Canada, there were like 2 of us. I didn't have any chicks.
Well, I mean, that's Canada. I mean, we don't.
It's
I
like
don't
a
really
national
want to get
park.
into it.
There's like
but
bears
it's
there.
Canada.
That's it.
So it looks like the other player actually had Sean Drake covered. So Sean is going to end up taking 8th place here in this tournament, and we're going to
No,
go to his payout
Sean
here.
Drake, it doesn't happen. I thought he was gonna win. Cycling guy, what's up? He says bang bang. Yeah.
Bang bang. So
Nick Poker, what's up? Nice to see you.
Sean Drake, congratulations on the 8th place finish here for just slightly shy of $1,500. Taking it
I
off.
have to say, Sean Drake was actually chip leader for most of the tournament. He is a force to be reckoned with. I always talk about Sean Drake. I'm telling you this not because he's handsome, but I'm telling you this. I'm a big fan of Sean Drake. Sean
Yeah?
Drake's one of the best tournament players. I think Kathy is one of the best tournament players. Sean Drake. I think Jake's also equally pretty good.
I feel like he can
but
hear you as
I
he's
feel
looking
like
around.
Sean Drake is probably the best tournament pro we have in the Sacramento area. Sean, if you'll give me your autograph one of these days, I'll appreciate it. Thank you. One day it'll be worth $10.
yeah, at least hundreds of pennies, guys.
Jake puts in a race to 25K. Blinds currently are 5,000, 10,000. He's going 2.5x.
We're catching up with the graphics here. Obviously, William here in seat 3 did not fold. He is figuring out if he wants. It looks like he's going to come in for a re-raise. So
And-
Jake made it 25K. Blinds are 5 and 10.
So William's like, behold, the chip stack of William.
I love how Veronica's going to give you like the inside mental brain thought process here.
That's what I do. I dive into their synapses.
I get it.
And I give it to you raw. I've been playing since 10 a.m. this morning. I've been here for over 12. What time is it? Have I been here for over 12 hours?
You've been tens of hours. No, you've been playing since what time?
11.25 hours.
Wow.
I haven't seen my husband or my son more importantly,
Exactly.
in 11.25 hours.
Yeah.
I want to smooch him so bad right now. And I have to look at Jake's mug instead.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, there's worse things. I mean, honestly, when I was like,
No, there aren't.
You're right. Jake's mug is the worst. Him and his beard are the worst. The absolute worst. Here.
Plastica says nursing shift. Yeah, you know, I used to do 12s. I used to do 16s, man, when I was single and needed some money, some double pay, baby,
You're
double
making that
time.
cash, but man, 16-hour shift, good for you. That
In
is a
the
grind.
emergency room in Las Vegas.
I feel like you'd almost be desensitized at that point. Like people are bleeding out, and you're just like, whatever, bro, get over it, walk it
I
off.
didn't start an 18 gauge in like anybody who has like no blood volume at all. Let's do
man.
it. Let's do this.
So it looks like Jake's coming in here for a raise, and unfortunately, William over there in seat 3 is actually, from the small blind, is going to wake up with Ace King, which could put a crimp in Jake's plan here.
Jake doesn't have a plan.
He's got a plan.
I'm
Do you think
kidding,
that beard just
Jake.
happens overnight? He's got a plan.
No, it happens from like 3 days of hangover and not shaving.
If he can grow that beard in 3 days, you win. You're just winning at life.
Actually, that's true. David folds! Oh my goodness, David never folds. Okay, so William in seat 3.
Who just raised Jake the very last hand here that we saw.
Exactly. And the important thing about poker, and Jake knows this, is not to take it personal. Not to take it personal. And William just calls. But Jake knows not to take things personal. When William's constantly in a hand with him, Jake's going to continue to play his A game. I am actually a fan of Jake. I joke around a lot, but Jake actually plays a really good game.
Oh, absolutely. So now William here is going to take the betting line, and he's going to fire right out. Pot's at 77K. Looks like he's going to fire up, what, 70K? Something like that? Is that what that is?
So I feel like so this.
Oh, those are 5s. So
a lot of people
45K.
will consider this a donk bet leading into the razor. I feel like there's a lot of verses to this lead.
Absolutely.
You can play the role of I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to bet what I have, and I hit this flop. And someone, a competent player, might say, "Okay, I fold."
And look how Jake flats him. Jake's setting up to make a move here on the turn.
Jake is floating this like a frickin' boss, and he wants to see William. Is William gonna check this?
And he's
turn?
really hoping William slows down right here. And I don't know if William is. If William slows down,
like
Jake's gonna take this away.
Jake is actually a professional at body reading and watching people's tells. If William gives off that he's weak, Jake's gonna pounce. I'm telling you, Jake always because Jake and I are actually BFFs.
Beautiful. And look at
There
this.
you go.
So perfect. So William checks
Jake
the turn.
always-
Jake fires out 75K
Jake
and takes it
senses
down.
weakness. So Jake always whispers to me, "Oh, did you see the way he tapped his cards? That means he's gonna fold because his hand's weak." Jake is like a body language expert. So he saw something in William, and he pounced on it. I'm just telling you guys. I would love.
He's good at
nothing
reading
more.
bodies that he can pounce on, apparently, according to Veronica. That's
I
good.
would love nothing more than him to bubble in every single tournament in the world. But realistically, as a poker player, I'm a big fan of Jake. I think he's an excellent player. He's a very psychological player.
Yeah, he will get in your head for sure. That is for sure. It's great. Actually, earlier it's funny
And
because
destroy your will to live.
so earlier when Veronica got aces, she raised.
Jake was on my right.
Yeah,
for a while.
literally, these two were sitting right next to each other. That shouldn't even be legal. But it's funny because, basically Veronica raises it up pre-flop. The flop comes down king 4-4. This guy should never have deuce 4 any day of the week. But it's great because when Veronica bets, gets raised, and then jams, it's hilarious because Jake's sitting there and he leans over to me and he whispers, "The worst Veronica has right now is ace king." And sure enough, she flips over aces. I mean, he was point on with the reads and the marks pretty much this entire tournament. And there was other examples.
And he did
but
not put my opponent on a
no way.
deuce 4
No way. Nobody
with a
did,
king
obviously.
4-4 flop.
And even after that beat, Veronica still went on to go really deep in this tournament. So, I mean, I hate complimenting her game, but at least good for you that you did go deep.
It was
You
so
almost went
brutal.
all
I
out.
don't want to talk about it. I have a bad taste
Okay,
in my
we're over
mouth.
that. All the aces are out here. They're locked up here by Daniel, David, and William.
Watch the case ace.
Yeah, exactly. King
King-
4-5.
Oh,
Ooh.
whose job are we doing?
Ooh.
So David's reaching for chips right now. So let me talk to you a little bit about David. David, and I know I spoke about this earlier in our chat. Ant Doom's in the chat. Cycling guy, run good 210. David has no. What's the word I'm looking for? Range. He has no absolute range. He's. It's hard to put him on anything.
So this is Battle of the Ace Kickers here. So we basically have pair 4s, pair 5s.
We see him give up right now on the turn.
By checking it
And
down?
William, I'm surprised William didn't pounce at that point because David's the type of guy that will give up. He'll float the flop and then give up on the turn, and we're watching him here now. He saw some weakness out of William, and he's going to bet the river. I would be really... I don't know what I would say if William calls this river bet.
Well, there's 3 overs to him now. The flush draw, had he
has-
had it. Had David actually had the flush draw got there as well. That
He
completed.
has the mustache of wisdom, though.
The mustache of wisdom is strong. And he's
Oh,
gonna let it
and this is how David wins. David's relentless and he doesn't care. And I wish I had that. I care too much. I care too much. I almost folded my aces to that guy. But then I thought there's no way he has an ace 4 here. There's no way he can call 5x with an ace 4. He limp called. Anyway, let's not go there.
Now the funny thing is, we were talking earlier about Jen kind of being the silent assassin. We haven't seen her involved in one pot yet at this table, and she's just sitting there so patiently. And the funny thing is, because Jen's kind of an interesting character because she kind of has this tight image that works for her because every now and then she can really hop in there and exploit it and just make a raise with absolute garbage and get players to lay down some pretty solid hands against her. So I'm sure that we're going to see something like that coming up here pretty soon, especially since she's on the short stack.
678's doing some like side chatting in our chat room. Not sure if Run Good 210 is good or bad. I'm okay. I like my banning trigger is really good.
It's strong.
It is strong. I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi in
Nice.
banning.
I like that.
I'm the only hope.
So David waking up here on the hijack with queens, which already looks relatively fishy. So now William over here with Jack 10 suited. So
And he
David
never-
makes it 30K.
You always put David on like a 7-4 suited. You know,
Yeah.
and he'll never get credit for queens.
So he's gonna make it a 3x bet here, and William's gonna flat call him. And to the flop, I think if it comes jack high, this is gonna be a troublesome flop for William here. All right.
10-7 king.
Queen's still in the lead. William with a pair of tens. He got a small piece of it.
And the thing is, David, from what I've seen, would c-bet his entire range here, whether he hit this or not. If he had an ace queen, he would c-bet. If he had 5-3. This man, I've watched him play 5-3 the same way.
So he's gonna flat call here. And the turn comes, it's a 6 of diamonds, no help to either player. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, it gives William a flush draw with his diamonds, so now William's not really gonna go anywhere. We're gonna see David here, still with the best hand, and he doesn't slow down. He's not worried about William having a king, apparently. He's gonna fire out again, another 30K into 152. And William's popping it up, he's coming in for a raise. And I think at this point, David's really curious. I mean, David's not even obviously worried about it. He doesn't put William on a pair and a flush draw, but he definitely puts him on at least a king, which is really going to make him question his queens here. I think David O is probably going to be getting out of here about this point.
I love poker.
Gambo, Gambo, and David O's checking out. Oh, the Cryfall.
David, William, show him to make him hate his life.
David's gonna go back and watch this
Show
stream
him
later and
to
think,
make him
"Man,
turn
should I-"
back to alcoholism.
What's that river
Sorry,
gonna
what?
be? Man, that's brutal. Brutal.
Oh, he just made love to his wife.
Plenty of outs there for William. I was like, wait, what? Somebody made wait, what just happened? Oh man.
Poor David. And what's Jake laughing about? Jake, we didn't say anything good about you, did we?
So take a look at the payouts here, guys. First place in this tournament here, taking 11,000, almost 11,700, just shy of that. Solid little prize pool here today. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets down to a few players and they end up working out some sort of organized shop.
No props for chops.
No
bro.
props for chops. Is that a bumper sticker?
Bro.
Is this real life?
That's an Earl Mankin bumper sticker, bro.
Oh man.
No props for chops.
I love it.
David. See, I love me some David. You know, I'm a lover of David's. But this David's
there's two at the table for you.
A little off the chizane. I'll just say that.
I like how you put a Z in the word chain. That makes me happy.
It makes me kind of like savvy.
Now, if you take a look, a couple of players have their phones in front of them. You'll see a little screen on them. They're actually watching the live stream on the delay.
He's got a king 10.
So they're using. No, I don't know. Well, we don't make the rules. We just bend them heavily. But a lot of these players actually watch the live stream on delay on their phone to know what the opponents had when they were folding, when they were raising, when they were playing, and they use that to kind of adjust their game on the fly. And good or bad, I mean, it definitely adds many, many levels to this tournament.
Queen 5-6 on the flop. David's ahead right now with a queen. You can't love that kicker.
And it's the battle of the Davids here. David L is going to fire off. Let's see, what did he bet? Like 30K, something like that?
David's ahead here of David, and David's looking at his hand. And
David's going to win this pot for sure.
So easy for us, right?
Classic.
If they're all named David.
Classic, literally.
I hate.
You hate all
words.
of those. You were the one saying classic earlier. I don't want to talk about it.
I hate those two words.
All right, so David L fires 25K over to David O, with the best hand currently in the lead with top pair of queens. And David O, I think, is thinking about getting a little splashy here, or maybe just making the call.
I don't know if you've met David O. I like you. I like you some David O.
He's thinking.
I prefer a gambler over a nit.
Sunny8644 asks, what's the payout there for first? You can see it there in the bottom, scrolling across your screen. It's
11,668
for first place.
668, the number of the winner.
So David O makes the call. Club peels off on the turn. No help. Doesn't really complete any draws. David L is going to fire out again from the big blind here. First to act with the best hand. He bets 40K into the pot. So he bet a little under half pot. I think David O might be ready to pretty much check out of this pot, and he does.
The green hoodie is really intimidating.
You can't miss that. You cannot miss that.
Not only can you not miss it, it's scary.
Yeah. So take a look at the chip stacks here. Average stack being 295K. So we have 4 players over average, and then 3 players on the short stack, and Jen, Daniel, and Mark. So it looks like Jen, Daniel, and Mark are definitely going to kind of be in that all-in, double-up, keep your fingers crossed mode.
Jake obviously has right shoulder problems.
He's massaging it while he's there.
Massaging that shoulder.
It's not even the right one. We're just
it hurts. It's that I'm trying to be a pro look. My shoulder hurts so bad from folding cards all day.
Yeah, guys, if you like what you see, this is a tournament, but generally we stream a lot of cash games as well, a lot of different levels, lots of fun stuff. Make sure you click the heart in the bottom left of your screen. You get notified when we go live. Oh, well, your show, Veronica and Friends, Veronica Eats Souls, Veronica and Prisoners, all fun games.
David's putting in a race with Ace-Jack under the gun. I'm just telling you, David's one of these guys that's going to win this or spew these chips.
Spewing. And yeah, at Stones Life Poker said, the coming months we are making a lot of changes, guys. We definitely are. We won't spoil any surprises, but there's going to be lots of upgrades, and look forward to it because the stream is only going to get better and better and better. We're going to have less Veronica. That's going to make it better as well.
Right?
And
there's better blondes that can spew crap with you and listen to your crap all day.
The worst.
678, I want to know when you're going to be back into the live stream booth.
Yeah, he already has a fan following in here. Everybody's like, oh, put him in the booth.
You know he streams, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I know that things are busy. He just had a baby, but come on. Come on! We need you over here. Stones Live, baby. We love you.
Yes, Plastica says commentators and headsets. I've already talked about that. I said we should get a little Secret Service Ninja type over-the-ear thing, or I don't know about like the big airplane style.
Yeah, I don't know about the headsets. We're getting a new booth, I guess. We're getting renovations and a new booth.
Because right now, if you came in here and you just leaned against this booth and you thought it was a wall, I'm pretty sure
it would all
come to a crashing halt. So we're gonna adjust that.
We've had nipples almost knock this over, right? Like.
Wait,
people,
man, hard nipples.
Like,
yeah.
How many times have you been flashed?
A lot, like daily. On the daily here.
No, not in the booth.
Oh,
I mean, like
still on the daily. In real life, still on the daily. Man, woman, indifferent. Some was like species I didn't know. We don't judge.
We're done.
We're done.
There's Mike Postle, ladies and gentlemen, NEL Player of the Year.
I feel like he's a player at the table, even though he's not playing.
He's coaching us all. Mentally coaching us all.
Fantastic. All right, waking up with a couple hands here. Let's see what this goes. So
looks like action's on David in seat 2, I believe.
William's stacking some chips over here in seat 3. He's going to put it out there.
Did David fold?
I think he did. Yeah, David O had queen 4. He's checking out. William looks like he pops it up to 40K.
Jake's got pocket 5s. Not a bad hand in the cutoff. Set mining here probably if he calls.
Checking out. Jake's folding.
Wow, Jake. Wow. I call all day, every day, and get maximum payout when David hits.
Maximum payout.
I give you maximum action.
And he's taking it down.
Oh, sorry, when William hits.
William knocking it. So our rich get richer. William here on the top stack, 590K.
One of the variables that Jake's got to think about is that William does have 590K. He's the chip leader. Does he want to get mixed up with the chip leader? It's probably better to get mixed up with shorter stacks right now.
Absolutely.
It's tough getting in big hands with big chip leaders.
When you have 3 other players under 100K and you have 5x, 6x that amount, those are the players you literally want to be stacking against, right? You don't want to go up against the other big stacks, the 500K, the guy who could cripple you. That's just not something you want to be a part of if you can avoid it.
T. Burke said that I'm the rash that you start to love.
Wow, that's a compliment, like a solid compliment for you. Normally it's much worse for you, actually. So we're gonna take that. And our Run Good 210, who started out as a bit of a troll, is actually now crushing on you, so I think that'll calm him down a bit. So that's fantastic.
I'll take it.
I'm just assuming it's a him. If it's a female, more power to him. Her. It.
I'll take either.
We'll take it.
Whatever. I'm open to having fans of all ages.
We know.
And sexes.
We know. And as our chat is mentioning, we got Ray there in the box.
Putting in a raise with King 6 suited in the hijack. We're all eager to watch Jake play, I think, because we're fans of Jake doing commentary, and he doesn't play in a lot of our cash games, but he's a great tournament player. I've convinced him to play on Veronica and Friends next month.
Well, generally Jake only final tables senior events, so this is a nice change for him.
No, ladies events also.
Wow. Okay.
Wow!
So, wow.
And he's like,
This- I
"Please
really
don't bring
can we
it up."
mark down this point in the stream so we
He's
can
gonna
tell
be like,
Jake?
"We're not friends, Veronica. You brought that up. I thought we were done."
I really hope Jake watches the stream because we're gonna hear all about that last comment, guys. I can't wait for that. It's really exciting.
You gotta be feeling pretty good. We got like
Fantastic.
hay ladder.
Yeah, these blinds are going to start creeping up here. Little over 6 minutes left in this blind round at 5K, 10K with 1,000 ante, and then they're going to go up. Do you know the next blind level? Is it 612?
It's probably 612.
612 is
What
we're
would you
cruising
think
to.
it would be?
I hope they go to 1020 and we just we just end this right now.
And we all go to the McDonald's drive-thru. I don't know for
yeah, I was going to say
Sundays,
value meal on the winner.
I don't know.
what happened?
I don't know. I just made that up and it was bad. I didn't think it through.
Oh yeah.
Action's on Jen. Folding around. I'm sure some David will be in the hand.
Cycling Guy says, when is the cute Asian lady going to play? This is the Jen we were talking about. Kind of a silent assassin. She's definitely waiting for her. She's picking her spot pretty wisely here.
She actually, I was at a table with her for many hours. She was very perceptive. Very much knew when people were raising when to pop it like it's hot. She knew when to slow down. I mean, she was very. She watches everybody. Look at her staring at everyone while they're in action.
And she took down the last large tournament, too. The last large stream tournament we had. I think she took that down for like 10 or 13K or something like that. She's no stranger to final tables here on the live stream.
Yeah. So it's David and William to a flop. Ace Jack 5. William's ahead right now with a 5.
Fantastic.
David's on the button.
All right, so it looks like bet 20K by David. Williams going to make the call to the turn, 10 of diamonds. This actually is going to give David a bit of a gut shot straight draw here.
They both check, 6 on the river.
Total miss, but it does leave David actually here with a check mark. Just caught that 6 to notch out Williams. 5.
I think if William would have checked here, David would have bet and took this pot down.
Yeah.
And there's a reason these guys are at the final table.
This was battle of the betting right here. I mean, pretty much
exactly.
bet it to win it, guys. Is how that pot boils down. Nobody was really playing the strength of their pairs there.
Congratulations, William. You got David to fold the winning hand. SB Miller.
So 7 players remain at this final table.
I just said SB Miller, but I did. Oh, good. Let's do it. I'm a big fan of your movie voice.
Oh, really? Okay,
I
we'll do
laugh,
it.
LOL, all evening long with you.
As long as you say LOL, then we're in.
Let's do it.
Then we're in.
7 players, 1 prize pool. First place, $11,668. Who will win? Stay tuned.
I love it so
we'll stick with.
much.
We'll stick with that.
It's probably the only thing about you that I like.
Thanks. Hey, I'll take it. 1. All I need is 1. One thing. It's a start, and I'll take it.
C4 is Mark, and he's the Mark.
Nice.
No, it's so bad, right? Don't say that.
Oh.
So far, Jake's a super nit.
Well, you know, Super Knit's pretty strong. I actually just do the movie preview voice for you, T. Burke, and Plastico. Those are pretty much my 3 fans. All I need is 3. I feel life is complete.
One of our Davids just made a raise with pocket fours to 25K. Daniel is staring at ace 10, and we watched him fold 10s earlier to David's raise. Let me just say one thing.
Just one thing?
David L. owns Daniel's soul.
Oh, wow.
Give and take, right?
I'm not going to go any further into this because it'll just sound really horrible, and I'll probably get pulled into the back by management. But
She will anyways.
David owns Daniel's soul. Daniel folded 10s to David. I can't hold back anymore.
That was the shot heard around the world. They heard that on the other side of the
I can't hold back anymore. They're going to close down this table right in front of us because I'm yelling, and they're going to complain, all of them. Hi, I'm looking at all of you. They're going to complain, and they're going to move them to a different table because I talk too loud. He folded 10s. He folded 10s pre-flop to a raise.
Oh, Rick and Barstow. You know we got...
Nothing but love for Rick and Barstow.
What man? Rick and Barstow.
1 man, 1 desire, 1 live stream.
Conquering Barstow.
Conquering Barstow 1 day at a time.
Let's do this.
Oh, man, look at that. Now, speaking of the Davids, David and C8 here, waking up with queens.
It doesn't matter what David makes it. Even if David had like 7 deuce, Daniel would fold.
Cycling Guy, the delay to Twitch is about 20 minutes. Our commentary is live, but the video feed we are watching is about a 20-minute delay. Obviously, to prevent your friend from saying, "Hey, David L has Queens, fold."
Look, Linda, listen, Linda. If you can't figure out that the commentary's live because we're responding to your questions, I can't do anything for you.
Oh, Eldion 17. I'm so glad you know Pablo Francisco. Yes, that is where the movie preview voice, I first found my love for it. Fantastic comedian, huge fan.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is Little Tortilla Boy.
That was just for you. Fantastic comedy skit.
I love it. In a world where Rick and Barstow actually play something worse than Pocket Aces. Do it.
In a world where Rick and Barstow actually play something worse than Pocket Aces.
It's a parallel universe.
Oh, the White Kong. I do love the White Kong. That's my friend Chaz out in Vegas. Super good dude. Fantastic guy.
No, it can't be fantastic because Vegas people are crazy.
Hey, enhance your Kong. But he used to be a Reno native, which is where we first
Oh,
met.
okay, so he's okay.
So it's
He's
okay.
good
So it's
peeps.
okay. He's right down the street. I love it.
Action is on David, and David's in the big blind. This is so easy. It's like at home when I
If
yell
everybody
David.
at the table was just named David, this would be so. David
Yeah,
raises
my husband
David,
is David,
and
my
Slow
son
plays
is
against David,
David.
and Check raises David.
And then I could just take a nap.
Yeah. JQ14, I believe most of us will be playing some different events in the Stones Fall Classic coming up. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, a couple $100,000 guaranteed worth of prize pools, some mini poker celebrities coming in, really valuable buy-ins, good bang for your buck tournaments for sure, and most of them are one-day tourneys, so you can wake up in the morning and go home with a huge paycheck.
Or sit here and commentate on it.
Yeah, that too. So come on down.
James Shimkus, welcome to the chat. If you're in the bathroom, enjoy.
Indeed.
678 is here for your viewing pleasure. So if you have any actual real questions about stuff, about boxed wine, I mean.
So here we go. We have our silent assassin. We're talking about Jen all in here with King Queen. William makes the race with 30K. Jen jams it for 57.
She has to. I mean, she's got 57K.
She's got to.
Blinds
She's got
are 6,000,
yeah.
12,000.
She's got like 4 or 5 bigs. She's got to do it.
And she gets called by William. And she's dominated.
She's dominating now.
But
She
she's
has two
live.
she has 2 live
But she's
cards.
live, yeah.
So it's actually, it could be in a worse position if they had Ace King, Ace Queen, something like that. Oh, an Ace Jack, a huge part of it, but Jen still's got outs with a 10.
She's a 10, yeah.
Yeah, no clubs. She's gonna look for that 10 here, and no help. Jen is going to be
Good
out.
job, Jen. She's a great player.
So Jen's
she's
gonna finish 7th for just shy of 2K.
I like it. I like it very much. We do one more time. We do body shoots. Yeah, shoots for everybody.
Everybody wants first, but I'll tell you what, it's not bad for a day's work. Congratulations.
They're all
to Jen.
cheering for her too, right?
Yeah, exactly. The entire chat room's like, Jen, get it. Fantastic.
J. Cole 14, welcome to the chat. We're down another player. We have 6 lovely gentlemen left in very good card games. This was a 350 buy-in.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's our monthly, last Sunday of the month. You can come down, play it now. If you're from out of town, we have it done in one day now. Right? It's a lot nicer in one day. Get it all done.
It is. Just handle biz.
Get the little shekel down.
And there's no blind rollback either. When we were pushing it forward today, there was a blind rollback so they could have a little bit more time to play. But in this particular case, it's just balls out, go for it. All the way.
I like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Handle biz.
Yeah.
Handle
So
biz.
tomorrow we're streaming a 5-5 game then.
Absolutely.
Because we used to stream the live stream tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be Kizash, because I like it, and Jake and Veronica. And Veronica's going to have a shower because I've been here since frickin' 9:30.
Guys,
10
I don't know if you have smell-o-vision through the stream, but trust me,
Get
it's
it.
horrendous.
Get it.
I'm gonna pass out. Seriously,
Get
put your arm down. It's bad. It's absolutely
David's got queens again.
It's bad.
There's no one that can put him on this. He's got 5-7 in everybody else's mind. David's a reckless, wild man that just crawled out of the jungle.
So real quick, to answer your question, Andy NGCA, mini poker celebrities actually meant many. But there's actually going to be Lon McCarran, Chris Moneymaker. We're going to have Bart Hansen. We're going to have David Tuckman. Oh, her and Lon McCarran. I mean, I feel bad for Lon, to be honest with you.
So Daniel's all in to call. I'll tell you, Lon McCarran's one of my BFFs.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys know this.
You cook him dinner one time, and all of a sudden he's your BFF. We get it, okay?
No, I can call him right now at home. He'll answer.
Hey, this number I can text Lon. Boo.
He'll answer.
Whatever.
So Lon and I are doing commentary together. Don't hate, congratulate.
I feel like she just looked up cheesiest rhymes before she hopped in the booth.
No, I
Like,
watched
that's what
Maury
she came up with.
Povich. Come on.
Same thing. Same
He's
thing.
so smart when you drink wine.
Oh man. Oh man.
Look
I'll
at
tell you
Jake
what.
stroking that beard. Behold the beard of doom.
You think
I
he does
will
that for
conquer
luck?
you all.
Jake's like, I need ace king, so I'm just gonna do this a little bit.
Yeah, Jake completely believes in luck. Jake's the biggest nihilist I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a nihilist, and Jake's worse than me.
Oh, it's
How
like
much
that.
worse can it get than me? Come on, I listen to
Fantastic.
Joy Division all day long.
See,
Jake's
everybody
like,
comes by and strokes their
"Oh,
beard. It's
stroke
better than
it
getting
like it's
flash in
hot.
the booth like we mostly get,
Stroke
so
it
that's
like
better.
it's hot.
Fantastic. Hey, what did I just say? Jake was stroking his beard so he could wake up with ace king. Mission accomplished. Jake has ace king.
Jake's in the cutoff. I really want to see how he's gonna play this. No one has made any raises. Putting in a little raise here. Looks like a 32,000, 35,000, 32,000. I haven't seen it yet.
Have you played poker before?
It's 12K to call. Raise to 32K. Thank you.
I'm just kidding.
I'm
I
gonna
love
bitch slap you. Sorry, Justin. I didn't mean to say that.
It's okay.
I
Just
didn't,
she
I
just
wasn't
meant to
talking
say
you,
slap.
Train.
She meant to say
when
slap.
when I address you, I'll say train.
Thank you.
I meant my boss, Justin.
Much appreciated.
Unfortunately, no one's got anything for him. Although David's not beyond a 7-4 suited.
And yeah, and David is probably going to check out here unless he wants to get super crafty and come in for some sort of 3-bet.
I sat at a table with him for many hours, and I've seen him play these kinds of hands. But he might be, I'm telling you, the variable of the live stream changes everything. The variable of the live stream. Everybody wants to appear as though they're playing properly on the live stream. It changes everything. Had we not been watching this, I would put all my money down that he would have called with that hand.
Biggity bam. So William here with the big
Why are you
stack.
shutting me down? Let's talk about it.
Well, no, I don't want to. I want to talk about William's huge stack with 717K. Jake's going to take that one down. I feel like we got the couple guys on the short stack here. Really, I mean, they're kind of in survival mode. They're really, they skate up the money ladder, or they got to go all in, double up,
Let's
triple
just
up, and just
say,
make it happen.
Rick and Barstow says Jake calls me a nit, but he plays tighter than I do. You know what, Rick and Barstow, that might be true.
Apparently, Rick and Barstow only plays aces, so he's all about that. He knows the range. He knows your range.
CJ, I think it's an L292, said we didn't give Nightbot a command, and he said something. It's alive. It's alive!
Johnny 5 is alive, guys. We stole Nightbot straight out of the Short Circuit movies. You got to put him to work. He's got to make that money, for sure.
678, of course, could probably write a 300-page book about Jake's last move. He could break it down for 8 hours. It was a 3-bet, and everyone folded.
Good
6,
talk.
7, 8. Yeah.
That's how you broke it down. It took you like 10 seconds to break it down.
Let's keep it real,
but
6,
everything
7,
else.
8. Let's
Yeah.
keep it realsies. Let's get some Skittles and just eat them normally. Not break down the colors. and
Whatever.
separate.
Taste the rainbow. Okay,
Taste
just relax.
Freaking rainbow, 6, 7, 8.
All right, David O here in seat 2, Queen 5 suited.
Listen, David O's kind of disappointing me because I was expecting a little bit of bananas from this guy. Bananas, and I got no bananas.
Well,
I just-
Daniel was patient. He pushed all in with his last 31K. It's very cheap relative to a stack for David O to make the call, so he's going to make the call.
I get that, but I'm saying that last time when Jake had 8K, I was expecting Dave to give him some action.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, he was playing like a wild animal on LSD. And now he's all calm and tame.
I like how you can hear Jake in the background. Wee!
And I hate that Jake's wee has rubbed off on me.
You love it. Okay, now we might see what's relatively common in tournaments when you have one short stack player all in. A lot of players generally check it down, but we're not going to see that here. David checks over to William, and William is not having this. That's a very counterfeitable board for his ace. He knows he's in the lead now, or hopes he is, thinks he is, and he's going to fire out because he doesn't want any queen or king or any more clubs to peel off. He just wants to take it down right here and be heads up against Daniel, who's all in. And David O's thinking about that, thinking, okay, well, is this only going to get pricier from here? I'm pretty sure he knows he needs the king to win this pot here.
What? A gut shot's the nuts, baby? Gut shot's the nuts.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
That
Veronica's excited about
knows.
it.
Lord Jesus, give me the nuts.
Is it because it's Sunday?
I was gonna continue.
Is it because it's Sunday? You're
Lord
preaching to the choir?
Jesus, give me the gut shot.
T-Brick says, Jake's wee rubbed off on me. Quote, that sounded dirty. Good job for you. Good job. That's
Did I
actually
say
not.
that?
Yeah, it's not even close to the dirtiest thing you've ever said. So, all right, so David O's going to make the call. Let's go to the
I
turn.
did say that. Wee.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, he did not make the call. Okay, so heads up here. Ace still in the lead. Queen on the turn. He would have paired up. That doesn't matter. No help. Oh, and he would have went running queen. queens. Queen rag would have actually been good, but
Oh,
still,
look
William's
at
gonna
David.
take this
Look
pot.
at David,
Yeah,
the
look at him.
agony. Oh, the agony.
The pain.
That's like Wu-Tang Clan wrote a whole rap about that agony. The agony of defeat.
And
We
then
don't
there
know.
were 5.
None of you know where I just went. None of you know.
And there were 5. Oh man.
AKLYS. No idea what that spells. Just Jesus and some faces.
So congratulations, he just took 6 for $2,546.
Cycling guy. He's priced in.
And you want some free Stones water? It's delicious.
I actually have some. Thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Stones water.
Stones water.
Refreshing. Stones water.
Cool, refreshing Stones water. Get some now. Available at your local Stones establishment.
That's it. That's all I got.
You should have done the small print. Product not shown.
I feel like, okay, have you heard them though? That small print, they read that like a million words a minute. They're like, blah, 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 blah. I can't do that.
No, they just fast forward it. You know how we can increase the BPMs?
Yeah? The BPMs? The
Beats per minute?
The beats per minute?
I used to be a DJ.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, that's my fan.
Anytime I try to increase some BPMs, I sound like a chipmunk. It's no good.
No, that's just on Snapchat.
Ah, yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. Don't judge me. So Jake is gonna check out of this pot here. Over to David, Queen 4, David
Ed
L.
Leon 17. Welcome to the chat. Nice to have you.
Checking out.
Actually, we should be live streaming the entire room because there's some banana stuff going on.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like it's
B-A-N-A-N-A-S, guys.
What day is this? I feel like it's a Saturday night. It's like
I
bananas
wish
in
it was.
here.
I wish I didn't have to work at 6 a.m. Good talk. Yay.
So you can sleep in those clothes, right?
I'll sleep in this.
For
I'll
2
just,
hours?
Actually, I'm a vampire, so I just like sleep standing up.
In your coffin?
Yeah. Dracula. So it looks like we got a raise here going up. Oh, wow. We got some action. All in by Mark for 29K, who had to do it. He's got some suited connectors. He's just got 2 live ones. He's going for it.
I kind of am liking William right now.
Oh, look at this flop. Okay, so Mark connects here. William's still with 2 overs. Oh, William gets there. King on the turn. Mark's going to need a 5 or 7. Oh, wow. The rich get richer. William murdering it here. King, queen. Taking it
I'm
down.
liking some William today.
Absolutely. So,
I'm becoming a fan of William.
so Mark's going to go busto here.
Who
Mark's-
is this William that lives in the woods for 8 months of the year and comes out to Stones once in a while to like, once he's out of like bear meat in his freezer?
meat in his
I
freezer.
don't know, like.
So congratulations to Mark, who's going to take home just shy of $3,000 for his performance today. And then there were 4 guys. We're getting thin here, but now the remaining stacks are not exactly the small stacks. So
So-
we're going to be able to see a little bit more kind of aggressive, betting, 3 betting, 4 betting type scenarios.
Let's just say there's nobody more excited for Twitter Roll than Woman Rider and Plastica. Plastica and Woman Rider, we should put their faces on a billboard for Twitter Roll.
Oh yeah?
They love it more. I think they love it more than like pancakes for breakfast.
Shouldn't be doing that.
I mean, is that possible?
Blueberry
Is that possible?
pancakes.
Okay,
Blueberry pancakes, the
Blueberry,
best,
sure,
right?
Sure, yeah.
They love it.
Or
They
banana
love
nut
it.
pancakes,
They're
those are
tweeting
good.
it. They're saying it in the chat. They're so excited. They want it. They
Yeah.
want it. If Twitter Roll was a person, will you marry me? That would be Plastica.
I never knew a tournament could get proposed to, but there's a first for everything, so.
Plastica and Woman Rider would be in a 3-person love triangle.
Wow.
With Twitter Roll.
a menage a trois. I thought that was just a wine.
A menage a Twitter Roll.
Heyo. So guys, you are witnessing the final 4. I feel like it's end of the table versus end of the table here.
Patrine, how are you in the chat? Like, we're talking. When do you chat? Do you have secret fingers?
I am a ninja, and that's not the first time I've actually been called that. I'm not gonna lie. So that's fantastic.
I don't want to know.
No, I wasn't gonna elaborate.
I don't know what happened. So Jake's still in the final table.
I can't believe Jake's still in this. How is this possible?
2 Davids, a Jake, and a William. Let's go.
So let's see. Let's fondue together says 14 hands and it's over. I feel like we should start taking the over/under on. We're at hand 435 right now.
Are we gonna
You said
do
that last hand.
I lost all my money in the dark side.
I know. You're like, hey, I just learned Pai Gow. It cost me $1,000, but it was awesome.
So I can't bet you anything.
Nah,
I
it's
have quarters.
We can do a pride bet. Pride bets are my favorite. So I just got a message from Jen here, the Asian lady at the table here earlier, and she says I should have hung in longer. I'm so disappointed. Really, she didn't get anything to work with here at this final table at all. She literally waited for a 1 hand and pushed it. I mean, that's just how it rolls. There's nothing you can really do about that.
Oh, T. Burke says you're typing with your feet. Obviously you are.
Yeah, I got monkey feet. I pick up things with my feet. It's fine.
Well, we are all apes.
Yeah,
We're all African apes.
it's true.
If you want to argue that with me, find me on Twitter. You don't
Oh,
believe in
man.
evolution? Let's go.
Dang
Let's
it.
go. Let's go. Jake's cracking his neck. It's really annoying. It makes horrible sounds.
Fish Soup says, what happened with the 9-9 versus Ace Deuce? Ace Deuce took it down. Actually came running queens on that board on the turn of the river.
Gary G, welcome to the chat. I've never seen you before. Who are you? Where did you come from? Did someone let you out of your cage?
His parents and the authorities are still trying to figure that out. Just saying.
I feel the same way.
It's true.
I can relate.
Very true. All right, so let's see here. Action Ray.
Action on William, and I like me some William. He wrestles bears in the wintertime. He takes down stones tournaments in the summer.
Wow, strong biography there of William. And he's going to come out swinging right off the bat. He's going to make it 35K. Just slightly under a solid 3X big blind here.
T. Burke agrees. My people rode dinosaurs 2,000 years ago. Freaking science fiction. Our people have been around for almost 200,000 years. A lot of evolutionary biologists think so.
So let's see.
David looks like he's putting in a raise here with King 9.
No, David
Oh, no,
L
I'm
called
sorry, I
and
called.
David O called.
Sorry, okay.
Battle of the Davids versus William to the flop. 8-4
can't
Queen
keep up with all this.
Rainbow. So first act here is our original. Oh no, I'm sorry. First act here is David O, who checks it over to David L, and our original aggressor here, William, spikes a 4, and looks like he's going to continuation bet. Pot's at 113K, and he's firing out a chunk.
Can you finish off his betting with "and he don't care"?
And he gives 0
F's.
F's. Craps.
Look at him. Does he look like a beast?
He died. Look at that game face. He is not messing around.
I'm scared of him right now.
He goes by Bill, by the way, just in case we
The
were kidding.
bears that live in the woods near his cave are afraid of him also. Look at him. I bet you he could like build anything out of anything.
You know the movie The Revenant? It was basically made after William. That's pretty much what happened.
William once punched a hole in the cow just to see what was on the other side. William! To William!
Cheers.
Cheers to William! Punched a hole in the cow to see what was on the other side.
Oh man, William, our huge chip leader, the rich get richer. 4-handed final table poker action. Right now, we got like first place of payouts here, as you can see at the bottom of your screen: 11,600, 7,200, 5,000, and 3,800. So worst case scenario, one of these guys is coming home with it. Next person busting out is coming home with at
Here we
least
go, yo.
almost 4 grand.
Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
I didn't, karaoke with Veronica right here.
Let's do it.
Done. I'll be there.
90s DJ. 90s DJ.
Remix.
What?
Oh,
Jake's
man.
folding. Standard. David is in the hand. We got that scary lime hoodie.
Coming in for a raise, make it 30K to go. Pretty standard, got a decent hand, button, 30K. He's doing this all day. And William,
Who is this David O?
William's gonna keep him honest. William's gonna keep him honest. He's gonna make the call.
All right, heads up.
Kai77 Bear said with this tournament he could win some new Velcro for his shoes.
So Queen
Horrible.
Queen 7 here on the flop. William's got to be thinking that, hey man, I doubt you have a queen, and my
So-
7's probably good here.
Again, with these types of flops, it's super polarized. Either your opponent has you crushed or has nothing.
Yeah.
And probably has nothing. William has to think he's good. Unless he's got a queen jack, queen king, ace queen. He's
So William's gonna fire in this. So
his-
David makes the bet, and William's gonna call.
his range also has to be
Oh,
prepared.
now William's not gonna go
yeah,
anywhere. Now really that's gonna lock him
That's
up
actually an
here.
action killer also.
Yeah, for sure. So now the pot's sitting at 74K.
David's on the button. He checks. That's a good check by David. River's a 5. Changes nothing. David in seat 8, David L, is checking out of this hand, I believe. He's not going to spaz out. David's also got half the chips of William.
45,000.
Blinds are currently 6,000, 12,000 with a 2,000 ante. Average stack is 517. David's got just under average even after this hand.
Taking it down, the rich get richer. Wow, William just on the huge stack. Let's take a look at this chip stack update here. Oh man, approaching 1 million, more than double. The guy in second here, more than double David L. William is on a heater, and he's not stopping.
Mustak, my friend. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for the wine. And you brought beer for some people and wine for others. People who love wine like I do.
Oh, trust me, we know.
He brought me wine. I shared it with the table. It was so kind of you, and I really adore you, and I thank you for it. From the bottom of my heart. And I'll tell you, Jake really enjoyed that beer. Did you get a beer?
I did. He brought that from,
Yeah.
it Fog something brewery? It was fantastic.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
It was a really kind gesture, I have to say. Rick and Barstow took all of our money and then bitch slapped us on the way out.
Classic. I'm just gonna keep using these key phrases because I know Veronica Love hates them so much.
No, just hate.
Yeah, but there's like a little bit of love, like at least
Just
5%.
just hate. Just hate. No. Just a classic hate.
Love hate.
Just
Cough.
a classic hate. Classic. And there were 4. We started out with $138, $350 buy-in, 2 bullets by Jake, 2 bullets by me. I'm a spewing machine. No, I got 22nd place.
No,
it was rough.
that's what I look for in a girl. That's fantastic.
Mustak says you're welcome. I would put my money on Jake. It was one of the first times that Jake and I didn't swap, or he didn't let me buy a percentage.
Maybe you got a shot now. Maybe you can go over there and ask him, hey man, I know you're only 4-handed, but can I get a piece of your action?
Can I buy action right now at face value? He's talking about me calling him a Neanderthal.
Oh man,
I don't think
fantastic.
I did.
Cro-Magnon Jake.
I don't think I called him a Neanderthal.
William's looking for the nearest bear he can fight.
Look at him. He could take a bear with like his pinky fingers, all really sharp.
William could take on a honey badger, and a honey badger don't care. Nobody could take on a honey badger.
William could take out Chuck Norris on Chuck Norris's best day, and William asleep.
Those are some big words. I mean,
Right?
I thought only Chuck Norris could take out a Chuck Norris.
No, he roundhouse kicks Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris wears Superman underwear, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, William eats that underwear for breakfast. No, it's just gotten bad here.
it's true.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
It's true.
So William raises to 30K with a king 5 on the button. Great raise. Position is everything. We're 400. Your hands you have to increase the value of your hands. You can't play the same way you did 10-handed. This game was 10-handed for most of the tournament. You wouldn't know because you were playing cash.
So here we go. I was not. I would not know. I was watching the action there.
Ace 3-4. Looked like there were 2 spades. Yeah. So David's got the backdoor spade draw. 5 on the turn. Any 2 would win this. William has to think he's good.
There we go.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, I got to catch it up. Got to catch
It
up the
takes a
stream
little
here.
while to get that right spot.
I was good for it.
William is my hero.
Now that's the advantage of being the chip leader, is that you have the ability to lean on all of the other players because it's a much smaller percentage of your stack. It's a much smaller amount to you that you're able to bet and basically put people to a decision without even really having to have much here.
What do you like? Tell me your thoughts on William, like your personal thoughts. Let's get down to the deep part of you in William.
Wow, I don't personally know William that well.
No, but just like right here as a fan, look at that.
Well, I love his intimidating stack of monster chips over there. And the thing
The
is,
white socks, the black shoes, the hair, the beard, the mustache. It all screams, I'm going to make you hate your life.
well, here's the deal. Image game aside, his chips, literally, he's using them right? And then you can see Bob there adjusting some camera angles. But no, his chip stack actually he's using it properly. He's leaning on players when he needs to, and the thing is, even with his stack size, when he just flat
And
calls
he picks up
you,
queens perfectly.
yeah,
Let's
when he
just
flat
say
calls you,
this.
it's scary.
Let's just say this. William is fucking awesome.
Yeah, do it. Boom, done. That's
I'm
been
gonna
said.
get pulled into the back, but you know what? It was worth it. Look at him.
It was worth it. That's okay. You can get a selfie with William after he takes you down first.
I am gonna take a selfie with him after, and I feel like my husband later on, maybe in a few years, that's William.
Look at that chip stack. 1M. The first person to hit the million mark.
A 1M.
1M William.
Behold,
Just
the
call him-
chip stack of doom.
Call him 1M William.
No.
Are you ready? Swinging my millions
Swinging millions.
all over the table.
Do it. Let's hear a good one. And do the small print.
Oh yeah, I can't. I have to.
You're
Where's my
horrible.
script?
Work on
Where's
it.
my script?
Work on it.
Dang it. Loud noises. Jake also enjoying some of that lovely Stones water.
Jake is also hamming it up for the cameras. Look at him. He knows you love him, and he knows he wants your love. He wants it.
He wants your
He
love.
wants your love in a bathroom, in like a truck stop, gas station.
I was gonna go different. I was gonna say he's the puppy at the shelter who's giving you those eyes like, you need to take me home, I need your love.
No, he's at the truck stop, gas station in a miniskirt and being like, "Hey, big boy,"
Putting on lipstick in the mirror.
and like eating it for breakfast because he
Wow.
doesn't have any money to buy Pop-Tarts.
Classic Jake.
Jake's putting in a raise, 32K, which is a standard raise for Jake. Jake would raise his raising range. He's gonna keep it steady at 32K right now with these blinds. David's kind of his nemesis. They have the same hand. He doesn't know it, obviously.
So this will be interesting to see who outplays the other with the exact same hand.
And William calls for the 6-3. What? William, take your kahunas and put them on the table.
William does
and
what he
play
wants,
it.
and he flops two
And he
pair.
does what he wants.
Don't worry about William.
And this is what William does. And the bear in the woods just got caught in the trap.
Oh man, so nasty. So obviously,
Jake's got a backdoor flush draw here.
so they all
but he's
check it over to
checking.
Jake, and Jake continues to check. 4 on the turn improves nothing. Now you have David O is going to take this betting line, and I think we're going to see, if we see a raise from William or even a flat call from William, obviously that's going to be some alarm bells for Jake, and he's going to check out of this. So it looks like David O is going to fire out 35K into a pot of about 100. And now you're going to have William coming in for at least a call, if not a raise, and that's going to be alarm bells for Jake Huge. He's got to be checking out.
T.
He's
Burke
gone.
says, so Jake's either a truck stop whore or a puppy. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Thank you for figuring it out.
That's
yes.
really on point, actually.
Look at him. Look at that face. It's polarized.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 2 options.
Pretty much.
He hates us.
7,000 now.
Yeah, and so Jake's gone, obviously. So good fold by Jake.
70,000.
And William did min raise, and min raise can also set off some alarm bells too. Min raise is kind of like, hey, maybe I want to call, I want your money.
So these guys, actually, William and David have been playing with each other for hours. They've been playing back and forth. They know each other's game. They know what they're capable of. And some of that stuff may not be shown. Like, we can't see that. Although we can see their hands, we can't see that. The hours and hours of history they now have.
Yeah. Oh, and David's gonna
And
make
just
a
a
call.
call, yeah.
It's funny. So we have cycling guy here. Let's see the river. Just if it's an ace or jack, William's gonna get paid off. No, so he misses. So I really can't see David continuing much farther unless he wants to take a huge bluffing line here. But it doesn't complete any draws. I mean, it's not, nobody's going anywhere. So I doubt David's gonna fire off here.
And now he's staring at him.
He checks over to him and looks him down, and that doesn't slow down William at all.
If
at
he
all.
had something, I think that would be a little bit of pot control.
$1,000.
You know,
Yeah.
Some people do that. They like to check to make sure their opponent doesn't go crazy. If they had bet, they don't want to get raised.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's funny. So cycling guys it brings up a funny point. Says Jake is like, does this dude have it every time? And one extra annotation of that is basically, Jake's watching the stream. So not only is this guy does have it a lot of the time, but Jake's able to physically see that watching the stream. So like, I mean, he knows.
I think 20 minutes from this, Jake's going to maybe adjust his game a bit.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, Jake is constantly adjusting his game. I don't think that it would take the live stream to do it.
Yeah.
I think he's watching these guys. He's been playing for hours. There's a reason he's at this final table, obviously. I hate his guts for being here. But, he's a great player. So he's adjusting. His right shoulder still hurts, obviously.
He's actually been working out. He's just feeling it. Just checking it out.
Yeah, like the pulsation from that huge muscular right arm.
William ups his stack to 1.1 M now. 1.1 million for William.
When you're in an M,
crushing it.
you're
Yeah, if
crushing
you have
it.
an M
Take
after
a
the
limo
number-
home. Take a limo home. I don't need no friggin' Uber.
Ballin'.
Take a limo home. they're rioting in the chat.
Absolutely. William coming in for 46K, a solid raise here with the blind levels at 6K, 12K.
The Daily Baker 420, you should have been the Daily Baker yeast. Because you know, that's all a part of baking, yeast.
So he makes it 46K, and you were just talking about this in the chat room. I mean, does he have it every
But
time?
Jake,
So
they're suitored. They're suitored.
So now, and this is typical, everybody folds to the small blind versus big blind hand.
Yeah.
And this is going to be one of those scenarios where you're like, I'm going to float him once I have position. Right?
Yeah, right. And my right arm is so, I worked out so hard, my right arm.
To the flop, boom, ace king 8, no help to Jake, Williams 9, still the best.
Although this is not a bad flop for Jake to try to represent something wild and bananas. He knows William is capable of having anything. William would c-bet his entire range.
Yeah, exactly.
Jake knows that. Can Jake pull triggers and pop it here?
And that's exactly, that's the gears.
Or float.
When you're looking at this camera angle and you're looking inside Jake's giant forehead there, you can see the gears turning.
The thing is, he could float this and then see if there's weakness on the turn. Does he have enough chips to do that, though?
Nope.
You know what I mean?
And William tables. I mean, and it's funny. I feel like William's just being super honest. He's like, guys, look, I wrestle bears. I have pocket pairs and top pair all the time. This is my life. Get out of my pot.
Bear blood on his shirt. I don't know if you saw that earlier.
He went over. He was actually the stunt double for Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie where he wrestled bears.
Oh,
Let it out. The Revenant.
I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to blow his cover.
Okay, fair enough.
Because there's a lot of people here that want his autograph, and his 3 wives have been fighting over him endlessly.
3 wives. So many.
He's actually 25 years old. He's just been wrestling bears for a long time. That he looks a little more rugged.
Fantastic.
He's our Jesus.
I love it. He walks on water, but the best part is you can have him on Veronica and Friends because he turns water to wine. So that's your department.
And if I could find someone who actually does that, they would be my eternal
You're taking
friend.
them home for life?
Divorce, husband! I found a better man!
Note that.
Water to
Note
wine.
the time in that stream we're going to show her husband right there.
I love my David.
You have such high standards. Ooh, you have to turn water to wine. Whatever.
And Jake again raising to 32K with all of his range. Just no, you can't put him on anything.
Monster.
Well, okay, you can put him on his raising range, but he doesn't. He's one of those players that keeps it level all the time.
And so the thing about this, I said chill, right? So the thing about this case, so the blinds are 6K, 12K with a 2K ante. So, I mean, stealing pots here is very important. There's 26,000 in every single pot before any other action. So stealing every pot is very crucial when you look at the average stack of 517K and what these guys have in front of them. I mean, 26K is not exactly a small amount. So you're gonna see a lot of people making moves. There's gonna be very few just kind of like call, check, very weak action hands.
678 says he stabs his whole range. I know.
With that goofy-eyed frog and the sword.
And a box of wine.
Oh, looks like Jake did a verbal announce here. He's gonna pop it up.
32.
Standard Jake?
I didn't need to see the graph.
Standard Jake?
Standard Jake.
Standard Jake.
Now he's going to run into the classic coin flip here. David L. over here with Ace King. And I think he's going to come in for a re-raise. He's going to 3-bet to 60K. And I believe Veronica is actually texting her husband that he now has to upgrade himself and start turning water to wine. I'm pretty positive.
He's like, what's the update? I'm like, I'm on the live stream.
The update is I'm busy right now, and that wine would really help me out.
Help, wine, help.
So it looks like Jake is going to make the call here.
You know, it's like a 2x raise, almost. A little more. 28K, it was 28K to call, yeah, so.
And Jake with position on the button misses this flop. It also misses David. Jake in the lead here, but that's going to be tough if
The thing
David
is, Jake
fires
has
out hard.
position. Position is everything. It depends on the read he has on David. If he puts David on an ace-king, ace-jack, ace-queen definitely falls within that range. You know, it depends on the read he's got here. He is ahead right now, but he doesn't know that unless he takes 20 minutes in this hand.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. And Jake, it looks like he's gonna flat call.
So
He's hoping this slows down David for sure.
He's floating this, although he may think he's floating this, but he's gonna watch what happens on the turn. If David shows any signs of weakness, I think Jake's gonna pounce.
And that 10 is actually gonna improve David's hand now, not only giving
Oh, the slow down and the check. Jake sees that right away. Watch, Jake's gonna pounce.
And this
Jake's
is a
gonna
pot.
take this
Yeah,
hand.
Jake doesn't want to give away this pot, but the problem is that. Oh, and he does. He jams it. He jams all in.
Oh!
And that's honestly the only bet.
Crusher!
The only bet he could have made to possibly get David off his hand. Any less, and David either jams it himself or he flat calls. Oh, he's gonna call anyways. He calls anyways. He's ahead. Jake's ahead. 75-25 here.
What the
No
F?
jack, no ace, no king.
He
That's the only
called?
way Jake can continue.
He called
did
with
call.
an ace king? There was with the diamond draw. With the diamond draw? Yeah.
Brick on the river. Jake continues
No.
this tournament.
The king of hearts?
Nope, no diamond. It's good. Jake,
Wow.
that's good for Jake. Huge for J Money there.
Jake,
Huge for
good
J Money.
read.
I'm not sure. I didn't know if David was going to call there. I mean, the 10 improved his hand. I didn't see him calling there, but he made the call, and he definitely had a fair amount of outs to get a Jake, and he did not get there.
Holy!
So that's going to put David on a short stack. You can see Jake there just eyeing the whole thing, making sure his pot's right. Classic Jake. But
Jake-
he's going to be huge stack now. That was
Jake
a big
went
pot
to
for Jake.
church today. He went to church and he got some JC in his blood and he made the call or he made the raise.
He made something. He made this pot and he made all these chips and he's gonna make
Jesus was in his body and he went all in. My name is Sexual Chocolate.
Guys, you can't make this up, and I feel like we do actually have a very large crowd here of people.
Has
that's
anybody
watching.
seen Coming to America? Sexual Chocolate.
Oh wow, Stones live, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, I apologize, but enjoy the show. This is fantastic. This is Final Table live action poker right here. And Jake is going to be busy stacking his chips here for the next few minutes. You can see David there, kind of disappointed in his call. He thought he was ahead. He thought Jake was just making a move. It's interesting the way Jake
but
played that
what
pot
is he-
because it's exactly what we thought. When Jake was floating the flop, we knew he was floating to hope it slowed down David on the turn,
Jake
and it
wasn't floating. I think Jake might have thought he was floating, but Jake wasn't floating.
did. He thought he was floating. It's okay. He thought he was
may
a
have thought he was
a
floating.
turd in the toilet floating.
But I actually, I'd have to talk about this hand with Jake for like an hour because I actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Jake thought he was floating.
Oh,
I
do you not think thought that?
I think Jake called thinking that David missed. Maybe. So I told you earlier that Jake's like a body language expert. Jake will watch and see. He knows exactly when you're bluffing. He knows if I remember he was in a hand, he had a mediocre hand. He was thinking about raising, then he watched a player two hands ahead of him look like he was about to raise, and he's like, that's why I folded, because he was about to raise. Jake can read you like a book, so
I disagree. On
he
that
can watch
turn,
all his body language.
after Jake flat calls the flop, on that turn, if David jams all in, there's no way Jake calls that with fours. No way, no how, never gonna happen. And you can ask him.
I think Jake knew where he was.
Chat room, you guys can chime in, but I think if David jams that turn into Jake, he never calls with
I
fours.
want to
there.
hear what 678 thinks. If 678 thinks that Jake knew where he was right there.
We will find out.
Ace Queen definitely wasn't or was within David's range, but I think that Jake was playing his odds, and I think the odds were better that he was good. 678. Hey Jake, I heard you can read me like a book.
All right, so we have David L here who jammed all in, and it looks like we have Classic William waking up with Ace Queen, and he's gonna pop all in for protection
Did you say
behind him.
Classic William?
Well, because he always has a hand.
Classic.
William always has a hand. He's always got a pocket pair. He's always got Ace Queen. I mean, he's always got a hand.
And David's gonna fold. I like it. See, I don't like the way he shows. Okay, so David's, the other David's all in. Okay. 5-4, he's live. He's live, right?
I was gonna follow you down.
I like being live.
Couple live ones suited. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. He knows he's not ahead,
4,
but he's
5,
definitely got some
41
snap. He's got some snappers.
Come on.
He's got some snappers.
Come on.
That board pair with snappers is never good.
That's rough.
Diamond on the turn for a sweat card, maybe. Ooh, that's game. That's game time. That's gonna leave David L as our fourth place finisher.
And then a 4, just.
Yeah,
You watch that
congratulations.
Family Guy episode?
Ooh, David David L, congratulations. Great performance here. 4th place, taking home $3,819. Congratulations
You're
on
like,
that.
you're like, it's like, hello, my baby, hello, my dog. Like, great performance. Like, bravo.
Hey, man,
Bravo.
it's $3,800 more than you or I made. Ooh, sick burn. I can get you cold water for that burn. Cold Stones water for
Don't
that
put
burn.
Vaseline on my burn.
Sorry.
I used to work in the burn unit. I made more money than today when I worked in the burn unit.
Yeah, we don't like have a strain like get up on table in like 50 minutes and then like.
G-Pole's like, is Jake on hallucinogens? Why wouldn't he know where he was? I don't know. He knows where he's at. He's playing poker. Is he not?
Stop, honey. Come on, let's have a coffee. We'll really talk about
The
it.
rich
Stop
get
it.
richer. William, our chip leader, up to
His
1.3.
skin is like
now.
butter, honey. Just stop. Long Island. You gotta pronounce every word. Long Island.
What makes you pronounce that G? Long.
Long Island. And then I had someone from Long Island like, no one from Long Island says Long Island.
Man. So guys, now we are three-handed here at the final table, and three-handed, I mean, it is action central because you are in the blinds. I would say literally in the
I
blinds.
feel like I'm gonna get karate chopped.
Yeah, no, you get one hand off, and that's
Jacob
it.
pocket fours, three-handed, very strong hand.
Pocket fours is clearly
In the
Jake's
small
money hand.
blind. Unfortunately, he doesn't have position. Let's see what he does. He's putting in a raise.
95K.
I believe he's three betting this, right? Yeah, William raised to 35K, and Jake is three betting.
95. He's just saying it so that they can hear.
And William hasn't really been three-bet much so far at this table, so that might be a bit of a head scratcher for him.
No one's made William their bitch.
Classic.
I'm just gonna keep it real.
And I think Jake's aiming to take that position here. And William's gonna make the
Wow.
call. William's gonna make the call.
I
So
like it,
Jake with his
William.
money fours,
I think
coin
my
flip here
problem is
against
that
two
I play too
overs.
tight. Ace, ace three on the flop. Again,
That's a
this is one of
great
those
flop for
flops
Jake.
that it's very polarized. Either your opponent has you crushed or they have nothing. And I think Jake knows right now his opponent has nothing. Jake checks. He gets a check from William. Jake knows exactly where he's at.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's okay if he was to check this down right now.
No, and it's great because here's the deal. So Jake would have put it perfect. So Jake checks the flop and he gets the advantage of seeing what William's going to do. And the thing is, if Jake had an ace, he probably would have played it the same way. So it's like you said, it's very polarized. If Jake had an ace, he would have checked the flop and then fired the turn anyways. So it's very believable that Jake had him beat, even though he didn't have the ace. He clearly had him beat anyways.
Jake's not
so
too far
William's
behind
checking
from
out.
William's 1.2 M's.
1.2 M's. He has so many M's.
He's got M's, baby. Oh God, I want to
six,
date
seven-
that guy with lots of M's.
You're 6, 7, 8 rooting for a little go Jake
When
go
you've
in the
got
chat
M's
room.
in your bank account, honey, oh, it's a girl's best
I got
friend.
so many M's. He's now officially in the 2 or 3 comma club, depending on decimals.
I've got plaques full of M's. You know plaques.
Yeah, we get it. Do you want me to laugh?
Bad.
Okay, well, I'll laugh later.
Jake's got a 6-3. It's bad. It's as bad as my last joke.
Jake's got 4. 4 is Jake's money hand.
4 is actually my favorite number. I don't know why I have a favorite number. I'm like a total nihilist, and I have a favorite number.
Cycling guy.
Oh!
David O with a mystery hand. We're going to see a table here in a minute. King 8 versus King Jack. Ooh, he's in a tough spot. He is in a tough spot against William. This
Like
could
in
be
European
hands up.
soccer. Go! Let's see
I
this.
know. I'm just like this is going
Oh, King Jack's still ahead. David O
Two
looking.
diamonds.
David O looking
The
for the
king of
8.
diamonds, right?
Ooh, yeah, David O looking for the 8. He needs
They
the
could-
8 to live.
They could chop.
Over. Heads up now. David O with a solid performance. 3rd place for just over $5,000.
What-
Congratulations.
What happened to my life? Jake's at a final table heads up.
Wow, huge.
I'm gonna actually hit him up for like $800 after this.
Now, guys, the funny thing about this right here is that Jake is not exactly the type to chop lightly. Jake is
Jake's
going to
not
play
chopping
this.
this.
No, Jake
Jake's
is going
not
to play
chopping
this
this at
heads
all.
up, and he's going to play some cards.
Listen, Linda, listen. Does Linda, honey, look at William. Look at that man who wrestles bears. Do you think he would chop this?
No.
No!
Not chopping anything. Does he look
Ryan
like a
doesn't
chef to you? He's
chop
not chopping
Except
anything.
for trees for his to cook meat on.
No choppy. I
Everyone's
love
cheering
it.
for
William
Jake.
the Destroyer.
CJ292.
William.
You know what? I'm sorry. I didn't bring my computer because I've been playing poker all day in this tournament that I busted out.
Look, William doesn't even have time to stack his chips from the last pot. He's like, whatever.
Give William some plaques.
Now, somebody else brought up something earlier, too. I believe
William
it was
just went-
Cycling Guy. They talked about William scratching his head during one of the pots with Jake, and he just scratched his head then. So we're going to keep an eye on that and see if that might end up developing into some sort of tell with William.
Well, if anyone knows it, I mean, Jake's my like BFF. He's gonna tell me all his tells later. And then whenever I'm in the woods wrestling with bears and I run into William, I'll be like, oh, that's a tell. Look at him with the blood on his mustache.
Sorry, just got done with a classic bear fight. You should see the other guy.
I feel like everywhere I go, leads to a dirty route, and I don't know if I want to talk about it. There's a commercial with people in bed right now, and so my mind's always in a bad place. And Jake's like trying to level William, and William's not gonna budge because William eats Chuck Norris for breakfast.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just giving it back to you. Jake is way stronger than William. If Jake chopped, even as a dog, I'd disown him. I agree.
So guys, you're watching Heads Up Action now for first place taking $11,668. Worst case scenario, you're taking home $7,200. So very solid, but either way, neither of these guys is gonna fade the tax man. So Uncle Sam will
Neither
come
or
on.
either.
Yeah, oh, what are you, the grandma police, huh? Take a little squad car outside there, sweetheart. All right, so William's gonna check it over to Jake.
William's ahead here with a 3. Another one of these flops. Classic polarized flop, honey.
Oh, you said classic, my favorite word.
Jake's sirens are gonna go off in his head as soon as William calls this.
Deuce on the turn. It's gonna make Jake open-ended here, along with 2 overs. Gives him a couple outs.
Look at all of Jake's outs. He's got 14. You want to tell them about the true outs? The outs?
Okay,
The
okay.
outs?
So the true outs, or the outs, unless you're Canadian, is basically, you can see all those outs at the top, and what we do is we take out the cards that are in the muck pile. So in this case, it's just heads up, so it's not necessarily that big of a deal. But the cards at the bottom of the muck pile are calculated into that. So if somebody folded or we burned one of his outs, those are not calculated in the out. So those are true outs you're witnessing there at the top.
Wow. Wow. Wowie wow wow.
Wow, wowie, wow.
What is going on? Jake just made William fold best hand number 1.
So Jake, as you can see, is slowly approaching the tipping point of pretty much 50-50 heads up Jake versus William. You're
The
going to
whole
see
chat
a lot
is
of
like
poker action.
swooning over Jake right now.
I know. He's got cheerleaders. Can we get somebody holding up a sign for him behind there? Can we?
Jake,
The
number
sign's
1.
outlawed
I hate
here.
him so much. Sorry, I didn't say that
I
out
hate
loud,
him
did I?
so much.
I didn't say that out loud.
I love you. I love you. I hate you. We're all rooting
I mean,
for
what
William.
kind of a best friend would I be if I was like, you're the best? No, you have to needle your best friend. He's not my best friend. I hate him.
138 players began this tournament. We are down to 2.
2 left. 138 started.
Heads
2
up.
left. Heads up for the roll.
That was a good attempt. We'll work on it though. We'll work on it.
Do you have a school that you teach at?
Yeah, you know.
Let's do it.
I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. I'm in.
I'm
If not, I'm
open
gonna start
10
it.
a.m. Sundays now that I blew my roll.
Oh man.
$250,000 fall classic. The classic at Stones. I'm doing commentary with Lon McCarron. Who are you with, by the way? Tuckman, right?
Oh yeah, me and Tuck. That's round 2 for me and Tuckman. I am a fan.
Why are you destroying my will to
Just
live
let it happen.
with that?
Just let it. Did he just wave to the camera? Is that allowed?
No, I think we should boot him out of this game and just like get those chips out of play and take away his money.
I'm disappointed because I haven't seen any tiles at this game. I know you call them plaques, but I haven't seen any tiles.
Plaque is in your teeth.
I like how William still has to stack his chips. He's like, guys, I have so many. This is called first world
You know what it's
problems.
called?
I'm
Not
worried
giving
about
an
it.
F.
Yeah. I don't give an F. I don't
Zero
give any letter of
Fs.
the alphabet. All 26
Zero
of them.
Fs.
Unless there's more in the Canadian alphabet. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, look at this. 448 Williams spiking trips on the flop.
William spoke to Jesus before this game, obviously.
And they share a haircut.
No, Jesus' hair is long.
Got
I
it.
bet you seen the pictures.
No.
Although
All the pictures I saw, Jesus was either black or a woman.
Roman Catholic Jesus is different than Southern Jesus.
Sweet 8 pound, 6
Then
ounce
sweet-
baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus. Oh, sweet baby.
What did they say? If Wild Bill's gonna have any chance, heads up, he needs to adjust and stack his chips in either 10 or 5 stacks.
No, he doesn't.
10 or 5 stacks.
He can do whatever he wants, but it's so annoying.
So
'cause
far
we're
it's been
talking
working
about
for him.
10 or 5 stacks.
Oh, we were,
Super
yeah,
annoying.
You take over like
Sitting
half
at a
the
table with
Yeah.
like someone that's stacking their chips in 5s.
So Jake bets 46. William over here to call is gonna just pop it up. Is that possible? Can you raise it 40k?
Yeah.
More? 46k and then raise
Raised
40
to
more?
86, yeah.
Is that legal? I don't think so, but we're gonna go with it.
Jake just calls.
8 on the turn. Now this is a bit of a scare card for William, but let's face it, not really a scare card. Jake doesn't necessarily hate the double board pair, but with William firing out here, I mean, even if William just had ace rag, he's way ahead here and not going to go anywhere.
Is Jake going to make a mistake here? These guys have been playing for over 12 hours. Is he going to make a mistake here? I don't think so. He's thinking about what's going on. Why is he leading out into me? What
The battle of
this
the,
is?
The battle. What is this? Is the battle of the game faces right here. So Jake's gonna make the call, and he is going to see the river and see what happens.
Even Ace High beats him here, though. Oh!
So that might be the I'm gonna have to pay you off card for Jake.
Oh no, Jakey.
It might be no bueno, and I think and the pot's 500k. I think as long as William bets easily within the calling range, I mean Jake's gonna make this call,
Yeah, Jake wants spaz, but
and he's gonna what? Fire? Is that 100?
Ball.
Yeah, Jake instantly verbalized call. He's got a call because he rivered the king. Thinks it's good. It's 200k bet, and he's gonna make the call. That's it. Yeah, T-Burke, death card.
T-Burke
I
says
totally
death card,
agree.
yeah.
It's the guaranteed call card, you know, because if he didn't have either of those cards or even any pocket pair, Jake rivered the hell out of him all day, and that's not what happened here. So
I think in Jake's defense, devil's advocate here, Jake would say 90% of the time that's a good call. 90% of the time, the way William played it, with the history they have with each other, William doesn't have it.
yeah, and 35% of the time, statistics are just made up on the spot. So I mean, you know, whatever you want.
Do you have
Tonight you
predictive
are.
analytics
Tonight you are.
masters, or do I?
What do you?
I do. Northwestern, bitch.
I think that's a bluff. I need to see paperwork.
Let's go. Look me up.
All right, so that's gonna put Jake on the short stack
Actually,
down there
I
with
haven't finished it
363k.
yet.
Ah, look at that! I haven't finished it yet. Zing, reverse zing. Not allowed. Not
Still
allowed.
more statistics than you, bitch.
Wow, that's the double. And yet again, William too busy stacking his chips, playing against Jake here. He's gonna let one go.
Yeah, but there's only 2 of you, William. You just gotta play every hand.
Gary G, yes, it is an RFID table. The cards are red on those little diamond pads you see in front of the players.
There are there are people under the table that we pay $10 an hour to read the cards.
Wait, we pay him? I normally do that for free. No, but we have little
They do it for
gnomes.
tequila.
We have little card gnomes. We have little card gnomes that run around and be like, all right, he's got 3-6.
Are we still asking about RFID
Want me to
tables?
hold
Like,
still with something,
honestly,
Bob?
it's been
You want me to
almost
stay
a year.
here?
RFID tables have been
Alright.
around how many years now?
But we're always
Come
having
on,
players
are we still asking about? Come on. Are we still asking about this?
Guys.
Linda, listen.
Oh, man.
Linda, honey, listen. Stop asking about RFID.
This is the point where you mute your
This is
speakers and enjoy the show.
2016. This is 2016. Come on, honey. 2016. Is this a computer? What's internet? Are we dialing up? Come on.
The files are in the computer, like physically in the computer.
Yes. Yes, like paper, like let's get this paper out, put the files in the computer.
I'm gonna do that at the end of the stream. Very news anchor style. Yes, paper.
Breaking.
Important.
Breaking. Jake spewed off 35% of his chip stack.
Ouch. Even more.
Ooh. All right. Heads up poker. The most boring but awesome kind of poker you could watch. Let's do this. William's got 7-5 and he's folding. We get to listen to Jake and William talk. And look at the mounds and mounds of William's chips. If it was a bowl of cereal, it would be like 15 boxes of Captain Crunch with a drop of milk.
Well, it's funny because I love how we haven't actually like colored up his chips. He just has like mansions filled with chips, which is
Jake-
fun, but also kind of a pain.
Jake, just take your second place money and go home before it's too late.
Now we have a little
So that we
notch
can all
here.
go to bed.
We have a little notch here. If the queen spikes out here, we could see some fireworks.
So Jake's raising a 36. Jake keeps all of his raises pretty much the same, as I spoke about earlier.
I feel like William's biggest problem is to figure out which wing of the mansion of chips he wants to pull from. I'll call you from this side. I'll call you from this side over here.
Behold! The chip stack of doom! There's bear blood on this.
I'm just gonna laugh.
Yeah.
It's funny. Do you want to wear the pink mustache?
It doesn't stick. That's my biggest problem.
It looks pretty good on you though, for sure.
Looks like a pink Hitler mustache.
Wow. I mean, you can,
Bad.
but if anybody can pull it off, you can.
Polish people don't enjoy that. We've had a rough time with Hitler.
King, queen, 4, all hearts to the flop.
And there's a queen on the flop, and there's going to be
Ooh.
some...
So look at this. This is actually going to give them both drawing second nut and third nut respectively to the heart flush draw, and they both hit a queen. This is where we see some fireworks. Right here. So William's going to fire out 50K. Jake is way ahead in this, and he's going to call the 50K. If the turn's a heart, really if the turn's anything, we're still going to see more fire. Oh man! Now it's physically second nut to first nut. Here it is, guys. You're going to see all ins right here. There's no way around it. Nobody's going away from this hand. So here's the chip spewing, all in call, exactly what we thought. Wow, good talk. There you go. There's no way around this. That's just going to play out the way it plays out.
Ship it to Jake.
Yeah, and another heart on the river. It was happening. This hand's going that way all day. I don't care how it works out.
Jake's like, William, I made you my B. Ship it to me. Do you know who I am?
Loud noises, loud noises. This is one of my cheerleaders patting me on the back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
I don't know who it
come
is.
back,
It's
come
the
over here,
headless
pat me
man.
back. Yeah.
The headless
It's
man
not-
is like, good job,
It's
Jake.
not Mike Castle.
Yeah, no, definitely not, because he's
Holly-
wearing a shirt that says All-Star, as he should.
We have a lot of very great poker players in this poker room. Regulars.
Yeah.
Like World Series of Poker bracelet winners. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna.
No, let's stop. No, look at me. I'm right here.
I was gonna answer this right here. This Let's Fondue together. I guarantee you there is absolutely zero collusion at this table. I know all of these players, and there's no way they would collude
Oh,
even if
it's
they wanted to
Azan.
collude.
That's Azan.
Ah, another
The
Stones
Wizard of
regular.
Azan. Azan is a very competent pro. Here.
And you will see him all the time on the Cash Game live
He's
stream.
on Snapchat too. Lots of fun. He doesn't snap actually. I'm just saying. You can stalk him.
Yeah, heads up.
It's not like he goes in a yellow Corvette like a douchebag and like
Yeah.
snaps.
Wait, who would? Oh, that's me. Damn it.
Yellow Corvette.
We'll get it. We'll get it again.
Do you pretend that no one can see you?
Nut over nut.
Huh?
Nothing.
Loud noises. I'm angry.
William.
Or it's like, I got
8K to call.
Be home in like 30 minutes.
All right, he's officially got the blessing from 678. Okay, Jake, you are now Jake the Snake again. Before you weren't. You were just like Jake the puppy dog, but now you're Jake the Snake again. Jake the honey badger. No, it's reserved for Carmen.
No, don't. Yeah.
It's reserved.
We're not gonna go there. Come on, Jake. 34%.
Action.
I'll take 34% all day.
It's over. Go home. Screw this dealing 500 hands, per down. And they're like, nope, there's the knucklehead. I got nuts. This goes on forever now.
Jake's can't stop talking.
He can't. Well, I mean, I get it. That's you all guys always needle me for that at the table. So it's
There's
how
a
it is.
reason we're all in this booth. We can't. None of us can stop talking.
But I do love, because very few tournaments here, guys, that you see almost all the time. I mean, I'd say 90% of the time, probably. Most of these guys end up doing some sort of orchestrated chop, whether it's based on chip stacks or whether it's based on even chop.
Orchestrated.
Yeah, you like that?
Wow, big word.
Yeah, multiple syllables. It's above my pay grade. But generally speaking, you don't see players just say, no, we're playing this heads up all the way down. And it's great for a variety of reasons. It's great action. You don't see heads up poker necessarily all that often at this level. And the blinds are still tolerable. I mean, they still have stacks to play with. I mean, 8-16 with a 2K ante, and these guys are sitting on $750,000 and 1.3 million, respectively.
Let's do it like it's golf.
William's got an ace-3.
I can't even hear you. I'm sitting right there.
He does have a heart and a diamond, and he's looking at his chips right now.
This is an important putt for Jake right here. He's shooting for birdie.
Now Jake's got action on him, and he's wondering, what is William raising with? And there's a fold from Jake, and a very nice fold, I must say.
And a hush falls over the crowd here. It's a very important shot. I'm sure he can feel the pressure mounting. He adjusts his glasses. He's focused.
His breathing shows that he's been practicing for this day for the last 9 months with his coach. And that's all I've got.
I know. I feel like we'd make horrible golf announcers, but we definitely need like a solid British accent too. At least one of us, for sure. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna try.
Do you want my drunk British accent or my proper?
Is there a difference?
Oh, fly, matey!
Okay, you know what? You're cut off. We're cut off already. Clearly, we
In a
started with the
taxi
drunk
cab,
line. We're cut off of this.
drinking beer, driving on the wrong side of the road.
Oh man, I am just gonna go ahead and digress from what I'm reading in the chat, but I do think it's hilarious.
They are soothing voices.
What was the buy-in? A real question from Shikes91. 350, right?
You wouldn't know because you didn't play.
I didn't, but you would know because you bought in twice and aren't at this table.
Wow. Wowza.
Sick. Oof. Good. I need more Stones water after that burn. It got a little hot in here.
Yeah, 350. Unlimited buy-ins.
Unlimited buy-ins, for sure. And now we're chanting and we're singing Eminem lyrics in the chat. This is why we're always a fan.
Jake's gonna go back and watch it on his computer so he could read all the chat because I think he secretly is in love with 678.
He's a glutton for punishment too. Look at Jake in just think tank mode. Look at those eyes. Look at the blinking. It's so intense.
There's no thinking there. The hamster's just tired and jumped off the wheel for a second.
Oh, he's gonna re-raise. It was a 90K, I believe, from Jake here. Now, while William has an ace heads up, which is strong, so for those of you guys who just may be tuning in who aren't extremely familiar with poker, heads up, your hand strengths are greatly increased. Your range is opened up heavily.
Is huge, but you still have to wonder what he's re-raising you with.
And so, ace 6 is very huge, but if he's re-raising you, he's 3-betting your raise, you got to be thinking, man, did he wake up with ace 10, ace jack, ace queen, ace king? Am I really truly dominated here? In this case, Jake is dominated, but he's definitely playing the role of monster hand.
Ace 6 does not tend to play farewell against a 3-bet, but this is heads up. Hand ranges, hand strengths are a lot different.
So let's see. Oh, it's like 4, 7, queen, 2 diamonds. Both
Jake's
players.
got a gut
I was
shot.
gonna say both players kind of miss this, but Jake actually picks up a gut shot along with his pair. He really needs an 8. Obviously, a 6 is no good for him, or a 5.
What pair does Jake have?
A gut shot? Did I say gut shot?
Along with his pair.
A pair of huevos rancheros, and he's gonna take it down. He is gonna take this one down.
Huevos rancheros are the nuts.
It is always the good pair to have at the poker table.
You were talking about a burrito place that's awesome.
Yeah, actually, I went there with a friend of mine, and basically it's Chevron. It's a Chevron gas station, and I joked with her and said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take you to Chevron.
I need to go there.
I said I'm gonna take you to Chevron for breakfast, and she gave me the look of crazy eyes, as you should. And it's actually a little cafe eatery inside that, and there was you could tell it was good because you walk in, and
you
again,
can smell it.
Well, no, you walk in, there's a line of like 8 people in front of you waiting for their burrito,
yeah.
so you know it's good. And still to this day, best breakfast burrito ever.
My thing is, if you're gonna go to an ethnic restaurant, like if I were to go to Chicago and go to a Polish restaurant, if there are my fellow Poles there, I know it's good.
Yeah.
Because Polish people aren't gonna go eat at a Polish restaurant that doesn't serve good Polish.
My fellow Poles. Okay, it took me a second. Okay, I thought we were going a different direction with it. Stripper pole. You have a lot of those accidents.
You're a little behind here.
Yeah.
So like when you go to a Vietnamese restaurant, if there's Vietnamese people there, they know the food. It's good. So if there's a lineup, ton of people there, I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's go. I want to go to your burrito, the Chevron burrito place.
Like seriously, let's have a Chevron breakfast date. Is that a thing?
What time do they start serving breakfast? Let's go after this live stream.
No, I think they're only open till like 11 a.m.
I
noon
will
or
eat
something.
breakfast at any time.
Oh, if they were open 24/7, like
let's have breakfast after this.
They'd crush the game. Breakfast for dinner, guys. It's like the best time.
Who doesn't love runny yolk?
Who doesn't?
Let's do it. Jake's calling. William raised to 33K. Jake calls. Eight, 3, 7 on the flop. Jake flops open-ended. William does have a pair here. 4 diamonds on the turn doesn't change anything. Jake does lose a little bit of equity. He's leading out. Let's see what William does. William's got top pair.
William's got top 2 pair.
They both had backdoor hearts. On
And
the flop.
Jake's open-ended with 2 overs, so Jake's really enjoying where he's at in this hand too. Pot's at 122K.
Thanks to said that, but I appreciate it.
Well, it's better if it comes from both
It's
of
okay.
us.
You're just here just to keep it sexy.
Did I not keep it sexy? I'm here.
No,
What do you want from
100%.
me?
100%.
1000%.
Does William wrestle bears in the woods?
Yes.
Right?
The answer's always yes. 2 per.
Jake can't call with 10
Oh
high.
man, what? Oh, what?
Jake can't call with 10 high.
Okay, he's just posturing. No, I'm so scared right now. I don't know what just happened. I blacked out.
He can raise,
Now
but he can't.
Oh, what? What?
Flush. No.
Oh, he misread his hand.
Oh, Jake just misread his hand. You can see Jake like, uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, wow. Guys, I think you can figure out what he just mouthed.
I actually
That is
think,
rough.
I actually think he thought there were 4 hearts on the
That's why they
board.
work on the lunch.
Yeah, he thought there were 4 hearts on the board. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he definitely misread his hand. And ladies and gentlemen, that's poker. That's happened.
Well, he's
yeah, there you
wearing-
go. There's the double face palm.
He's wearing his glasses, but you have to. I think he needs like a prescription update.
Yeah, wow. That's rough. It happens. We've seen it before in the stream. We've seen people fold
I've
the
done
winning.
it.
Yeah, we've seen people fold the winning hand by accident too. They call somebody and it should be a chop, and they just muck the folding hand, or they muck the winning hand. It
I
happens.
was like, look for how big your heart was. Me, I was like.
See, look at him. Look how big your heart was. I was waiting like, oh, I won.
It's that Stone's water, man. It makes you crazy.
Stone's water gets you hyphy.
Jesus, what did I just? I feel like
Yeah, so Gary G brings up brings up a solid point. Fatigue setting in. Let's face it, guys, it's a grind. Tournament poker is a grind. When you start jamming for 12 hours plus straight, I mean, you start to see aces and deuces
Look
and
at the World
fours.
Series
It's
of
the same.
Poker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 6-day grind, 5-day grind.
Oh, hi there, Jake. We were just talking about your hand
Why do
mystery.
you have to?
Which one?
What?
Why is he here? Why
I cannot
don't?
wait for that.
Just
I don't
asking
wanna
about
hear
your
about it. I don't wanna
9-10.
hear
Did you
about
think there was
Jake.
4 hearts on the board? Or do you think you had 2 hearts in your hand?
4 hearts in the board.
He thought there was 4 hearts on the board. That's what we
Why
thought.
are we talking to Jake?
How did I do that?
What?
You
Because
know
they're on.
that there's no spoilers. Why are
They're
you
on
here?
break.
Are you on break?
Yes. So hearts are-
Okay.
They're on
I would
break,
have
guys.
actually been angry at you if you came here.
Calm
But it turned out
down.
But then I spoil it that no one gets busted in the next 14 minutes. So like.
okay.
Get out of here.
I
Go
thought
enjoy
it
your
was
break.
over. I thought it was over and you came here.
Go enjoy your break.
What do you mean you're not here?
Jake is back at the table here. Jack 9 versus 8-9.
Jake has no friends. Like he's wandering around by himself.
Just we're not there.
I'm not there to talk to him.
So we're gonna get out of here, run off.
I'm the only one that listens to him. Everyone doesn't want to hear the stories.
We know.
But I tune it
Yeah, I
up.
know.
I'm married, right? So I understand the tune out.
It's true. So, I mean, it's funny, especially if you're looking at these numbers, if they were to
He's
just...
giving you the eye.
Yeah, well, fair enough. He's just been laughing at you a lot. But, if you were to even do an even chop, I mean, it's 11 some change plus 7 and some change, like
They're not
21.
chopping.
No, I'm just saying. But it's pointless, right? Because it's like, you both get 10K, it's close enough to first place, you might as well just play it out here. And I like that they're just duking it out. I said duking.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
I called you a
83
10
and
high,
it's Dukes of
William.
Hazzard.
Radtastic.
Crazy.
Oh
Crazy.
my god. I can't do this anymore. I quit.
Well, luckily, you're going to get a break in 13 minutes.
Do we actually get breaks now?
Man, I hope so.
Do we have to sit in this booth and like talk to each other about stuff?
Honestly, I figured if there was enough time in the break, we were going to go...
I feel like we've had enough QT today.
we were gonna go barrel one of those Chevron breakfast burritos real quick if there's enough time in the. Sorry, now
Yeah,
you're
but
drooling.
the breakfast burrito has like so much is like worth more than. You see this breakfast burrito? You know what that sign is? Math. Breakfast burrito.
Greater than.
Yeah.
Boom. Statistical analysis, my ass.
Greater than you.
Aw, dang.
I probably lose more.
Dang it. Look, you can see Jake still, barreling in his own head, like, oh man, I can't believe I misread that. I can't believe I thought there's 4 hearts on the board.
Like, in a really weird, shitty way.
Those are the same clothes he's been wearing for the last like 3 years.
Yeah, classic. That Deej poker, I think he washes it like once a year though, and I think it's been freshly washed, so we're pretty lucky. in
It's
that
like
regard.
once we stop letting him in because of the smell,
One open.
that's when he
You
washes it.
smell like molded cheese.
No, we're not Eastern European here. AK to call for Jake.
And again, we were talking earlier about your hand range really opening up heads up. King
You have
4,
to.
yeah, King 4 heads up. King high heads up, not a bad hand, guys.
Blinds are 8,000, 16,000 with an ante of 2,000. You cannot sit and wait. You have to play your hands.
Yeah. So, raised by Jake here, called by William, heads up to the flop. Jake, almost a coin flip, currently in the lead, and William connects with his queen.
Of course he has. Plastica told me there's commercials. Plastica knows the show better than me.
Don't say anything. If you can wrestle bears, then you can, make hands in poker, and that's what William is demonstrating here today. He fires right into Jake, and Jake just is checking out. There's no
Obviously-
redraw.
Jake's beard is a fake bear wrestling beard, and it's obvious to the cards. You know what I mean? Like he can't connect because he's not really wrestling bears. It's a fake beard. It's for
I'm in
show.
charge of 2 children.
It's super fit. It's the Kim Kardashian of beards.
Honestly, Jake needs to win this tournament just from the pure amount he spends on beard oils. I mean, that is not cheap for this man.
Probably still stuck if he wins this.
It's like I just dropped 10K alone this year in beard oil. You think this just happens naturally?
Natural, honey. This is natural. I have this friend of mine who's got like this big belly. He's like, honey, this is a natural belly. The women, they love this. It's natural.
Yeah, instead of a 6-pack, he's like, I got the keg.
I got the cake. It's natural. I go to the bar. I drive my car, and it's natural.
It's a little pony keg. Is he from Boston?
He is
He's
from
gonna
Boston.
go down to the
Shut up.
harbor in the yard.
He used to be a fisherman before a fighter pilot.
Oh my God! Holy Jay! It's a baby whale. All
All my
right.
friends are fighter pilots.
Oh man, going to the flop. They have all sorts of in-betweeners to each other,
I know,
and
right?
that connects with
Gappers.
nobody.
Little bit of gappers.
Ace, Ace 3, 2 clubs. No player has a club.
Standard polarized
Oh, my
flop. What did we
gosh.
learn?
Oh, extra polarized here. Double board pair. Nothing happened here.
Jake's ahead.
Bet it to win it, guys. Bet it to win it.
Aces and threes with a jack. Does Jake think his jack is good?
Exactly what William's gonna do here. That's it. Jake checks out. And back up to the next one.
Just give me a broom.
I love how
Just
William.
give me a broom.
William just has like this hand
Sweeps it.
shovel of chips. Like just go over there. I'll work with these
No,
chips
what is
in a
it
nice
that they do in
stack.
an ice rink?
Oh, the scrubbing that one game.
No, the Zamboni.
Oh,
he has
Zamboni.
a Zamboni for his chips.
I don't know. You're the one who's Canadian here. This is your department.
Zamboni it and like not even stack it.
So guys, blinds at 8,000, 16,000, 2,000, and a heads up here in this monthly Stones 40K guaranteed. A little less than 10 minutes left in this blind round, and then we're going to take a quick breather, a little break. And if you guys aren't doing anything, actually, during the break, we're going to run some hands
Body
of the week.
shots.
Some
Oh,
really.
sorry. What?
Well, we're going to do that too.
Oh, okay.
But the hands of the week are actually really entertaining. These are top hands that just went pretty crazy for
I
one
hope
reason
that
or
they
another.
don't show the one I'm in.
I hope they do.
They did a hand of the week on me with when I was wearing my pink wig when Lon McCarran on my soul.
Hey Jake, how are you? Hey baby, how you doing?
And I'm on Bart Hansen's last training video. He like reviews all of my hands. It was really sad.
Oh man, you're like, I really wish I wouldn't have watched that.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Like I'm one of those people that is okay with like improving myself and not trying to be the best from the day I was born. Yeah, it's cool.
I'll allow it. I mean, as long as you're always improving, that's fine. I mean, some of us are just the best since ever. So
Since we started driving yellow Corvettes.
Oh my gosh, get over it.
I'm not going to build a bridge and I'm not getting over it.
Whatever. All right, dealer change here. We got Kim Buddy in the dealer box.
Is that what you call it when you see
Oh,
him?
no, he's Buddy.
Kim
Just-
Buddy Buddy.
Every time you see Kim, he's like, Buddy.
I can't do the movie voice anymore.
No, it's okay. It's a talented
My
thing.
larynx is strained.
Got it. William waking up with 9s, no stranger to that, on the button. He's gonna come in for a raise.
It's a strong hand heads up.
Oh, especially heads up. And Jake is gonna insta-fold the 3-4.
It feels weird because normally I'm really interactive with the chat, and
you're looking
today
over here?
I'm not because I keep looking over here and I'm not involved in the chat. I didn't bring my computer today. I don't want to log in. I don't remember my.
Oh, you don't remember your password?
No, I'm
Or
logged into my TV, my computer, and my phone. I don't remember my password.
Wow.
I could
You're
make
one of
up-
those people?
I am.
Gosh.
I could make up a new login, right? And watch.
You could. Are you gonna troll? Like, you should troll yourself as a different person. Everybody would.
Brandon is the worst.
Oh man, don't do it. I'm so scared. They always have like they are just locked to each other. So 10Ds versus 10-3 here. Jake is on the button. Jake pops it up to 38K and gets William to get out of there. Jake is actually not a dealer here. Let's fondue together. He is not a dealer here, but yes, dealers are allowed to play. There's
He
no
cleans the bathrooms.
There's no collusion there. I think the only exception
Not that
might.
there's anything wrong with that.
I think the only exception might be on the table game side of things, like the blackjack, Pai Gow side. I don't think you can play those table games as a dealer. But yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, game on. But in poker, yes, you can play. A lot of the poker players here play on the regular, and it's actually a pretty good atmosphere, for sure.
You should have made up a whole story about Jake being a dealer here, and we have to get security to get him out of here for 2 hours a day just to clean up.
Battle of the Diamonds here. William folded.
Shaq Spencer 32 says janitors make more money than most poker players. Yes, that is 90% true. There's a few poker players that make money. Most of us spew. But I call it contribution to the Sacramento poker economy.
The economy, the poker economy.
I'm an Austrian economics follower, and I just give it. I give it like I talk about it.
Wow, I can't wait to see how the chat responds to that. Looking forward to it. Jake here, Queen 6 suited on the button. Gonna raise it up to 38K, and William's gone.
What? 9-3's the nuts, William. You know you're gonna spike a 9.
I am a kind of a fan how William just has like the extra chips on the side. He's like, if I need to get into these ones that are shoveled over here from the Zamboni stack, then I will. But hopefully we don't.
Zamboni stack.
Hopefully we don't need to break into those.
I may decide when I'm bored to stack my chips.
Are you going a little Sean Connery there?
As I see it now, I feel no need to stack my mountains and mountains of chips.
I have tens and tens and tens of hundreds of chips. Damn, they are always in each other's range here. So William on the button, slightly edged
678
over Jake.
asks if I'm the trophy girl. No. Come on, I'm 20 years past that.
Oh, you kidding me? You don't
Come
look
on, honey.
You don't look a day of a perfectionist, sweetheart.
Ah! If perfection came at 38.
Is that how old you are? I thought you were older.
I am.
Oh man. Oh wow. Sometimes things are cringeworthy. Plastica chiming in, this chip mess is making me crazy. The OCD-ness, I think, is coming out in some of our viewers. Like, how can he not stack that? We need to stack these
Roblum
chips.
says, Justin, do you cringe a lot at work?
If this is work, yes.
His Snapchats just show his frustration at work. Here it is. It's like tens and millions of wires.
Yeah, and somebody's like, I don't know what happened. I unplugged something, and I'm like, there's about 1,000 wires in front of me. And you're like, I think I kicked out a wire. Good talk. See you out there.
Do you sometimes just like sit there and Snapchat for like 100 hours before you actually work on it?
Yeah.
Just to get back at them for being a bitch?
Sometimes when people ask me really stupid questions, I just stare at them with a blank look and don't say anything until they realize that their question's really stupid. They're like, I don't know what I should do here. The button says click here to continue, and I just stare at them. I'm like
this?
Even worse. But yeah, like that. There it is. Perfect. Now you're freaking me out. So that's how they feel. That's how they feel.
Jake raises to 40. William calls. Let's see a flop. Jake suitored.
Gary G, thanks
10,
for asking.
Queen 6 on the flop. William gets the best of it with a 6. Jake can't connect with anything. He has gusto. That's about it.
He's got to outplay him. Do live stream hosts make big bucks? Yeah, guys, we make tens and hundreds of pennies all the time.
V-Cross Poker, what is up, girl?
Hey.
Jake is suitored, baby. Suitored. So Jake bets out 54K. William looks like he's calling.
Boom, queen on the turn. William's still with the best hand, but that's not going to slow down Jake at all. Let's see. William is going to come out swinging. Pot's at 192K.
Gary G. Obviously, we're millionaires. Doing live stream commentary.
Off. So William's going to come out swinging here. Jake is looking for a Jack 10 or even another Queen would help him out. Oh, I lied. That wouldn't help him out. Just kidding.
Do you call you Bill or William?
I either get called Will or Bill.
Will or Bill?
Will or Bill. Either way, the 4-letter monster. When he's not wrestling bears, you can come in and say hi to Will or Bill.
He's a handsomely rugged man.
So he's got Jake out chipped right now 3-1.
William builds his own furniture. He has bear on his floor, like a bearskin rug, and his wooden home that he built from scratch smells of rich mahogany.
I was going to say Rich Mahogany has many leather-bound books.
Well,
He's kind of a big deal.
Moby Dick, and he created a leather-bound book from the animals that he caught in his traps.
Oh, man. So Jen, actually, who we saw earlier, is watching the stream, and she says Veronica is funny. So clearly...
Who's Jen?
She was on the stream. She
Jen!
was final here. Yeah.
Oh my God, what are you talking about?
And she must be out of it because she thinks you're funny, so that's pretty cool. You got at least one fan. Oh, I love you. I'm just kidding. Don't be mad at me.
I'm giving you that look like, when someone asks you a stupid question.
Whatever. You can shank me later in my sleep. So 3-bet here by Jake with 4s. Against King 8 suited heads up, which is a pretty solid hand.
Get the mini Zamboni out to get those chips out of the way. He can't think.
Let's fondue together. We only host here at Stone's, the finest poker establishment here in Northern California. Sick plug. A 3-bet really put William to the think tank there for a minute.
Jake can't fold this. He knows he's not folding this.
No, Jake fired. Jake fired into William here.
Yeah, but oh, okay. Sorry, I had the hands.
120. So William looks like I think William's posturing, but he's at least going to make the call, I'm thinking.
The camera should be on William. I thought William re-raised. Yeah, okay, so William calls. Jake 3-bets, William calls. He's suitored.
LB71111, welcome to the chat.
Brutal.
I'm first act.
Brutal.
So, yeah, Jake is first to act. I think William might have been looking to possibly fire out there, and that could be a tell for Jake. So Jake's first to act with 4s.
LB71111, thank you. We appreciate it. We're watching.
Jake's gonna check William insta jam, and I think that's what we missed out is that William jam. Before it was even his turn to bet, William just insta shoved, which is a huge tell to Jake. So Jake actually that saved Jake money because if Jake tries to continuation bet and represent the king and fire out his 4s, William shoves and he just loses more chips. So that was actually pretty solid for him.
I find that a lot of times in the live stream because of the camera angles, we can't see everything at the same time. Obviously, there have been a lot of hands that I've been involved in where I will wait for the player. I'm first to act, and the player goes out of position and bets, and it's obviously a big tell. And the live stream doesn't catch that. We saw that this time. Are we on break?
We are on break, and actually, it's going to give William, our bear wrestler, a chance to stack some of those chips. So, guys,
Or wrestle a bear outside.
Exactly.
Or a coyote.
What else do you do on break? So, guys, we're going to see you back here in about 9 minutes. Enjoy the fun hands of the week.
Listen to Joy Division.
We'll see you soon.
I'm happy to take care of it.
This hand's going to start off with a limp and a raise here by Brian from Under the Gun 2. Now over to Matt, he's going to make the call on the button. It's going to bring Sean and TD in as well. And suddenly we have a 4-way pot. You can see here that Matt flops the best hand, and it's going to get checked over to him. Now TD has the nut flush draw and also has some backdoor straight draws. Matt's going to bet here with his ace-jack, and TD is going to take advantage of attacking the field better, a concept we talk about on Crush Live Poker. He is going to check raise. Now, Matt isn't going to really go anywhere right now. He makes the call. The board is pretty draw heavy. You can see the turns of 4. TD picks up a gut shot now to a 7 and plays a super strange line. He checks again, and he ends up making a double check raise, one of the rarest plays in poker. It looks super strong, but he is on a semi-bluff, and he's trying to maximize his fold equity, and Matt cannot hold on here with just one pair. Check out the Stones Live Poker stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time over at twitch.tv/Stones Live Poker. Welcome to another Stones Hand of the Week here in a 1-3 game. Candace is going to raise this one up with ace-queen pre-flop. She's going to get 3 callers. Pretty good flop for her. She flops top pair. People don't really have much. She's going to make a continuation bet, but for some reason, Alan doesn't believe her and makes the call with pocket 3s. Turns a great card. She now has aces up, and she's going to continue to fire, but for some reason, Alan is going to make probably what is the wrong read here with about 450 behind. He's going to represent like he has a set of 6s or Jack 10. He is going to check raise here with pocket 3s, virtually drawing dead. No reason for Candace really to think that she doesn't have the best hand. She is going to think about it for a little bit and then finally calls. And we are going to see an absolutely incredible river here. It rolls off one of the remaining 2 3s, and Alan makes 3 of a kind at the end, very, very hidden. And he says, you know what? I'm all in. And at this point, Candace is just like, you know what? I call, and she sees the bad news. Very, very unlucky for her. And look at the table. They can't believe it. What a horrendous bad beat. You can watch Stones Live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time over at twitch.tv/Stones Live Poker. Hey everybody, welcome to another Stones Live Hand of the Week. I am Bart Hansen, and today we're going to take a look at an Omaha high-low cash game. This is the first time anyone has ever streamed an Omaha high-low cash game with hole cards. We're playing 8-16, a game that is commonly spread at the Stones Gambling Hall, and we're going to see a very interesting river here. Seat 3, David DDD, has actually driven the action in this hand. He's bet the flop, he's bet the turn, and now on the river, in position, he has run into the nut low. So it's going to get checked over to him, and he has a very, very easy value bet with 3-4 as the nut low. And Danny Boxer here on the river had made a full house. He actually makes a pretty good play and checks the river with what is not the nut full house, and he doesn't have a qualifying low. So it gets checked over to the button. The button bets with the nut low. Danny Boxer calls, and this gentleman, BKT, is just in a really, really tough spot. He's in a quandary. He's got ace-king for trip aces, doesn't have a full house, but he also has a low here too. And you can see he's just not happy about it. He's saying, well, if you call, how can I call? But sometimes in Omaha high-low, especially in a limit game when the pot gets big, you just have to throw your chips in and you hope to get half. This is a lot easier of a call if you are heads up. He makes the call, and he is going to lose to aces full of deuces on the high, and he's going to lose to 3-4 on the low. He gets chopped up, and the hand is chopped between David DD and Danny Boxer. Check out Stones Live every Monday and Wednesday over at twitch.tv/Stones Live Poker. Hey Hey everybody, welcome to another Stones Live Poker Hand of the Week. We're going to get into it right here in a 5-5 no limit game. Now, AD has made a very optimistic open pre-flop for 20. He gets 3-bet by Kelly from the cutoff, and he calls. And look what we have here. Kelly, as a 3-better pre-flop, has flopped top set. AD, with just a gut shot from out of position, 4-5 offsuit. Kelly is going to bet out here with top set. She's not going to slow play it. She bets $80, and incredibly, AD is going to peel here for his gut shot. The turn is a 9, does not bring any help into AD, and Kelly is going to continue to bet here for value. She is going to look at her stack, try to figure out how much money she can get in there, and she bets $120. Like the sizing, but AD continues to call. He peels for 4 out, and it comes at the end. He hits the 6 on the river, but he checks it over to Kelly, and of course, Kelly's going to bet here with top set. She's going to try to figure out how much she can extract. At best, you figure AD has a lesser queen. There's no way you can possibly put him on 4-5, but the most incredible thing happens. He just calls at the end. He doesn't check raise all in, and he definitely would have gotten all of her chips. She only had $320 left. He leaves an incredible amount of value on the table. Check out the Stones Live Poker webcast every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time over at twitch.tv/StonesLivePoker.
And welcome back here to Stones Live Poker. You are watching the final Sunday 40K Guaranteed Tournament. Started with 138 players down to the remaining 2. The heads up between Jake and William, the official Bear Wrestler. So right now, we don't have a look at stacks, but I think it's maybe like 600K to like 1.4 million, something like that. Just about 2 million chips in play. These guys are going at it. These guys are not chopping. They are going heads up. You can see JFK Stones there, Justin Karitis, our tournament director there standing, and he is going to restart the action here in 10 seconds. And we will shuffle up and deal. Like I said, there's no chopping, guys. These guys are going to play it out. They're going to play it down, and may the best player win. So I believe he just announced the blinds, and we're going to catch up with that here in a minute at the bottom of your screen. 10,000, 20,000 with a 3K ante. The price to play is not cheap. Veronica was outside doing body shots in the parking lot. Oh, there she is.
I didn't even need to go in the parking lot.
No, she just did him here. Actually.
I mean, everyone knows me.
Oh, right off the bat. Oh, and as you can notice there, right off the bat, you're going to see Jake bet some of those lovely tiles / plaques we were talking about earlier.
Drop 2 bricks on you, William.
Wow, look at William just with his massive skyscraper of tiles right there. Look, check this out. I got a bunch of them in a big pile. King, 7-8, 2 spades, no help to William. Jake's 10 still way in the lead. They're both going to check. I think Jake being a little sneaky here, trying to induce a bet from William. King of spades on the turn. Jake actually has a redraw to the spade. He is not worried about it.
Oh, I hate PCs so much. I don't know what to do right now.
And now Jake's going to throw out a few tiles, and William is going to check out.
How do I make the screen
Gary G, body shots off the bet. See? You know what's up. They make what?
The screen go down. No, yeah, this, because I want to. Oh.
I know. Top to bottom, left to right. Groups of words make sentences. It's called reading.
I'm a Mac person.
Oh, you like one button on your mouse?
Yeah, well, I don't use a mouse.
Oh.
Everything's just a flat,
she doesn't use a mouse, guys.
surface.
And yeah, the stacks are right, like we were talking about, 1.6 million to 475K.
We have fans like sitting right in front of us, like they're all turned to watch us.
Yeah, and it's kind of embarrassing. Half of them are flashing us constantly, but we enjoy it. We accept tips.
Andrew Barber in the chat asking how Jake got heads up. He was playing actually pretty well all day, And I don't know if he was sober, but he did play very well.
Well, you know what? I think his power was in the bottomless mimosas. He started out barreling. Bottomless mimosas.
We do have bottomless mimosas every Saturday and Sunday here at Stone's.
Yeah.
Fantastic deal.
And it was great. I mean, it was great. I saw him pouring
If
it
you
earlier.
ever want to lose your clothes and not remember how, that's how.
Yeah. It happens quite frequently here, actually.
What's up, Andrew Barber? Actually, Andrew, if you're still listening.
Hey, Barber in the chat.
Someone thought that you took over my Twitter because I was arguing with creationists for a few days.
Oh, wow. Yep. All right, so King 8-4 here, 2 spades.
We're obviously in Europe with our plaques. Those are 25,000 each, by the way, people. ATC Dan. What's up? I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before.
Tiles. All right, another spade peels off on the turn. Nobody has a redraw to a spade
This
here.
gives William the best hand right now.
It does. William is going to pair his 6 here and give the advantage against Jake. Jake's going to check over to William, and William's reaching for tiles. Throwing out 3 of them, looks like 75K into a pot of about 2 1/4.
They're all needling me now.
Oh man, just the sound when you're pushing those tiles around just makes me happy.
A lot of things make you happy.
It's true.
Easy.
Well, you know,
Squeaky toy.
I'm a simple man. What do you want from me?
I mean, it's not just you, I think. Most of your species.
Wow.
Men, come on. Men are easy to
Wow. Wow. It's
please. Turn on
like
a good movie, cook a good meal, lasagna.
Yeah.
Easy.
Fantastic. That's all we want.
Right? So that's not easy?
We don't ask for much.
Right. There we go. You've just confirmed. Thank you.
Well, one of us in the relationship has to be low maintenance, that's for sure.
Andrew Barber, I will wear your shirt, and it looks like I might be. Jake's got ace-10, pretty great hand on the button here, and William's gonna get out of there.
I have played with tiles, actually. When I final tabled the Hydra, and I was in for like one hand, I bought 1 tile because I came in as the short stack. And
I remember that.
Somebody sold me, yeah, you were talking crap
was
about the
sad.
yellow bet the whole time. We know. Anyways, yeah, somebody sold me 1 tile, and I played with it, and it was awesome, and then I gave it away.
I actually, you know what? Looking back now that we're talking about Andrew Barber, and I'm probably gonna lose this bet, I wish that I had bet him if I had won that he would defend all of my tweets for like 3 months. That would be awesome. No, Veronica's right. Leave her alone.
She's fine.
Here's
Don't worry
a
about
link
it.
to the study that shows that Veronica's right. That would be the best. Actually, I think that would be the best ever and most miserable for Andrew Barber, which is the best way to win a bet.
Oh, yeah.
God, I wish I owned like 50% of Jake right now. I actually asked him last night if I could buy him in and give me like 80% of his action. He said no.
Wow. Obviously, he made a great bet on his own part by not taking that action.
And he wouldn't sell me any of his action. Yes, I did take Trump in the election. I got 5-1 on a lot of my election bets, so I'm still hoping to come out ahead. Russian Guns 8, obviously don't troll us. Obviously Jake's one of our commentators. Jake raises to 50K, he's got a king deuce. William with a very strong ace-6 calls in the big blind. 4-4-10 on the flop.
I agree with Cycling Guy. I mean, obviously, Jake is getting down a danger zone here with the way that these blinds and antes are at.
Yeah, he's got 300,000. Blinds are 10,000, 20,000 with $3,000 ante. Wow.
And he fires and takes it away from William.
Wow. I'm really surprised with William on this hand because that, again, is a polarized board. Your opponent either has you crushed, but chances are they don't. Chances are they have nothing. And an ace high is usually good. Heads up, your heads up.
Exactly.
I'll spew my stack on that.
Yep. Yep, you would. You
The
sure
awkward
would.
silence.
I didn't really know how to answer that. But yeah, Jake's sitting down at about 20 bigs. He definitely is looking to chip up
Gary
here.
D says, "Dear William, enjoy your perfect life."
I just love seeing William's just massive tower of tiles there.
Right.
I know.
Just fat.
There's.
I have a tile obsession.
I think that you love them more than any woman you've ever met.
That's not necessarily true, but
Don't lie to us. Lie to your parents, not to your
okay,
friends.
it's true. I love tiles.
Have you asked Justin to give you one so you could just frame it and put it in your house?
I should.
Right?
But then yeah, we have to mark it as like void though, so I don't bring it
On
in
the
here.
back.
No, I'll bring it in and like
smash it next
No,
time you're in a tournament.
No, very first hand in the tournament, I'll just bust out this one tile, the only tile in play in the entire tournament. Be like, I found it. I'm keeping it. Mike Mayhem, yes, you're absolutely right. I had a tile, not tiles, but it was a shining moment for me, so don't ruin my hopes and dreams. So both players pair their 5 here. William definitely out kicking Jake. All the hearts is a scary board. And, ooh, look at this. Jake went all in, and William checked out of here. Take down the pot, Jay.
Andrew Barber says, no, Jake, no. And Jake won.
Hey, Barber. Fishy fish.
Yeah, I don't know why you're not playing our tournaments, Barber.
Because he's busy in Santa Barbara getting like 9 PhDs or something.
Something crazy like that.
It's true. What do you want from me?
I'm tired. I've been here since freaking 10 in the morning. I have nothing good anymore.
I'm tired.
I have no good material.
Yay. I'm just laughing at Mike Mayhem 21. My LinkedIn profile says professional dream killer.
Mike Mayhem 21.
All right, so you're looking at this chip stacks here, 1.5 million to 500K. So obviously William with a 3-1 advantage over Jake here, but that does not mean that Jake is going to go silently into the night. He's going to battle this out until the very, very end. I assure you all.
Are you reading that poem?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I thought that was an Independence Day speech. I thought it was from that
I'm sure
movie.
it's in like 5 movies.
Sing the final countdown. I feel like everybody
It's
just
the
wants.
final countdown.
See, that's the part everybody wants to sing. The part with no
I was
lyrics.
actually seeing this when we were down to 3 tables, and I busted 22nd, I believe, 22nd or 23rd. But yeah.
It's funny. I feel like I should just whip that song out on the phone and play it for the mic, but then we totally get like busted for copyright infringement. So we'll leave that alone.
We know.
Maybe.
Shut it.
Yeah, you shut your mouth. It's a lot of these guys have. I'm noticing almost a lot of these hands. They're actually have tie cards, and it's really just battle the kickers and battle from there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like outplaying each other and getting crafty. We saw that already with the 3-5 versus Queen 5. They were tied with the 7 there. We've seen that all night, especially in this heads-up scenarios.
I'm just gonna drive home and listen to Coast to Coast AM and crawl into my bed. Listen to a psychic on Coast to Coast AM.
Listen to some psychics.
It's so bad sometimes.
Oh man, I bet.
I have cancer. Should I get medical treatment? No. Call my psychic line and I'll charge you $2 a minute and heal you.
Remember Miss Cleo? Call me now.
Did she know she was gonna die?
I was gonna say she should have seen that coming.
Right?
Rest in pieces. Peace.
Jack 9 on the flop. Jake gets the best of it, and you gotta know you're ahead unless William's got the old horseshoe up there.
And William's got a little gutter with, I would assume, what he thinks is probably 2 live cards, assuming Jake missed this flop. So he may want to follow Jake for a bet here. We're gonna see. And he sure is. So Jake fires out with these tiles. My favorite. And William's gonna make the call. Looks like the bet was like 60K, 65K, and William makes the call. Turn, no help to William.
Now he needs an 8 or a 10. You can see all of his outs. William's outs.
Ooh, 8 is bingo, bango for William. That check on the
disco.
turn, definitely hurt Jake. And William's gonna fire out now.
678 knows everything, guys. So if you have a question, oh frig. Yeah, did you see him swear right there?
Oof.
Oh, so gross.
Yeah, there you go. The old breathe out, exhale. He knew that check on the turn killed him. I think had he bet, I really don't see William. I mean, he bet the right amount. I don't think William was going to continue in that pot. But the problem is, relative to William's stack and what the pot size already was, what's Jake going to bet? I mean, you know, he would have had to bet a pretty sizable chunk of his stack.
I don't mind the check on the turn if William had any, bluffs in his range and keeps it in there. I don't know. I don't know about that check on the turn. I don't know. What is this? Oh, you want me to?
Oh,
You want these?
Yep.
Those dirty ones?
Those are his. Bye.
I got them all greasy for you. That's fine. Thank you.
All right, so it looks like William pops it up here, and it's on Jake. William makes it 50K to go.
Jake's down to 266. Blinds are 10,000, 20,000 with a 3,000 ante.
Checking out of there. All right, so
I feel
Jake
like
now.
it's been the William show. He's hitting everything.
He is, and I mean at this point, so Jake's got 13 bigs, and this is rough, especially in a heads-up scenario. At least in a full table, you can kind of wait and pick your spot a little bit, even when you're on the shorter stack. But heads up, I mean, it's no mercy, guys. I mean, he's literally got to find a spot here in the next few hands to make it happen. I mean, 13 bigs, it has to be soon. He's got to double up.
So Andrew Barber says it's a fine check if he folds the river. 678 said it's not a 3-street value hand. It's a tough spot.
Yeah. So let's see. What did Jake say? He didn't say all in, did he?
All in.
All in. Did he say all in? And he's gonna take it down. So I'm assuming he did. Yeah.
Gary G says propose a 50-50 chop.
I love it. I love it. I have you out chip like 6-7 to 1, but you know what? 50-50 chop. Let's do it. Why not?
I'm not that big of a gambler.
I feel like we should have done coffee shots before this.
Oh yeah, nobody told me. Honestly, once I knew Jake was at the final table, I'm like, well, I know that they're not going to chop this if it comes down heads up. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No way, no how.
Anybody else, I think, would have.
Of course, but no, not Jake.
Yeah, 2 live ones.
2 live ones, doing it. So let's see, heads up here. William is going to pop it up to 50K. And obviously, guys, here with William's stack versus Jake's stack, he's going to put the pressure on Jake every hand. It's just, that's ABC poker. He has to. He pretty much has to raise it every hand against
Classic.
Jake and put him, I didn't even say classic.
I
Standard.
threw it in there.
Standard. That one's
Standard,
for Julian.
that's mine.
Julian is standard.
That's mine.
But no, I mean, he's pretty much going to be putting the pressure on Jake every hand because he
Like
just,
you read
he just
about.
has to. Yeah, like you read about a boot in the book. OMF balls, there is no talk of chopping. Not at all. Jake's not going to chop this. Jake's going to play this all the way down.
Okay, come on. William's not going to chop this.
And yeah, William's not going to chop this either, especially with his lead right now. I mean, but there was going to be no chat of it earlier. Even when Jake was almost 50-50 against William, as far as chip stacks were concerned, there was no talk of chop, and yeah, there's not.
My phone's blowing up and I didn't even notice.
Well, everybody loves you.
I know, right? You know, I almost had my name tattooed on Andrew's butt. If Trump wins...
What was that about? Is that so? There was an actual bet with you and Andrew Barber about tattooing.
So if Trump wins, Andrew Barber tattoos my full name, Veronica Brill, on his butt.
That is awesome. What about the other way around? Hey, look at that. There's you.
And then I have to go in and stroke William's hair.
Oh my God! He doesn't have
and
the
there's
chips anymore.
and there's me, or at least the bottom half of me.
Like I haven't ran a mile in like 3 years.
That's my professional commentary outfit right there. That's a solid look.
Like, I've
for
been
you.
stroking this hair. Come on, I was like, please, can I stroke?
And you prompted me to stroke Jake's hair. That's your fault. That's your fault.
I don't like that. That's okay. Look at that. You love it. Oh my God.
Rugged and handsomeness.
Somehow get there.
Haven't run a mile in 3 years. Double Veronica Sweet.
William the Bear Hunter. All right, going to the flop here. So Jake raised to 50K. William makes the call. 5-10-5 on the flop. And again, this is what you were talking about earlier, very polarizing flop. You either have a piece of that or you have absolutely none of that.
I feel like it's on repeat all night. I feel like flops have all been...
Jake jams it. And William, it's really on William here to make the call, obviously, with king high. 213k. The problem is, obviously, William has a demanding chip lead, but that doesn't just mean he's just going to call off and then double up Jake, because that's the last thing he wants to do.
Jake's got the F it button, and it's on, and he doesn't care anymore. What do you do right now?
Yeah, he has zero shits to give, right? He went to the shit store, they were all out, he's got none to give, and he's just barreling now.
Ryan 000714 says you can never have too much Brill.
Aww.
Even out of shape,
And
old Brill.
32,000.
Yeah.
Still good Brill.
Barber, Jake's actually been playing pretty solid poker, regardless of how you feel about his heads-up play, I assure you.
This is a dumpster fire.
But I do respect the all-caps trolling. I remember when I was 12.
You're gonna get it on Twitter.
Oh, please. I get it from Barbara all the time.
Barbara gives it to everybody else, not just me.
Oh, everybody. Are you kidding me? That's
Barbara
Barbara's
and
MO.
I blocked each other for a good year, like back and forth, and unblock and then block, and then I accidentally blocked him a few times because my phone was so sensitive, and then I unblocked it because it was an accident. But now, like, we kind of are in love.
I get it.
You know, he loves me, and I try to love him back.
Aww. That's like the sweetest, non-sweetest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Are you typing with your toes again?
I'm super quick with it. What do you want from me? You know I'm in IT. It just happens. I just think it, boom, text.
I used to
done.
be in IT,
Did you?
bitch.
So unnecessary. So unnecessary.
Your phone is so sensitive. Yeah, I know, Val. Andrew, don't be mad. It was my phone.
Gary G says, I don't always win poker tourneys, but when I do, I run like God. William.
Yeah.
Dash William.
William is a god in real life.
He's crushing it.
That hair was like the mullet of a bear, like the fur of a bear in the wilderness that's been breathing like natural
keep
air
going,
and
keep
berries and like running through twigs, combed by twigs. You know, pine needles. So sexy.
For those of you just tuning in, welcome to Stone's Life Poker, where we talk about bears.
Good night, Plastic
Did you hear that? Bears raw. Now the whole casino's in danger.
She's actually not happy with me that I called her Plastica. Plastica, my darling, come on, very much.
Wow, love it. And the land of accents. Jake here in the dominating advantage of 8-5 over Williams, deuce 3. He's raises to 50K. Williams checking out. Plastica, thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow. Jake's like, I'm just gonna post this on my Twitter. Here's where I'm at.
Nice,
I'm putting in work.
Snapchatting the pain and agony.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I get to watch that all on a Snapchat afterwards for sure. Crazy Carl there in the dealer box. If anybody can put this tournament to rest, it's Crazy Carl. Oh man. Nope. Nope. Your Snapchat hates your face. Your Snapchat literally hates your face. It does not like you. Scrooge McDuck.
Jake, are you losing?
Oh man. All right, so Jake here heads up with ace high. I think we're gonna see this is the all-in moment here. William with queen 8.
Why are you telling people?
Well, I mean, he's got ace high. He's gonna jam it. He jams it.
Jam it. I'm on like Snapchat
Oh,
now.
and William's gonna lay it down. Jake's gonna take this pot down. Thought we might see some heads up all in right there.
Is this a P? Is that a P?
I think so. There it is. So blinds are at 1020K, 3,000 ante. Jake here is looking to double up and make this happen. Otherwise, William will be our winner. Look at that look.
I feel like you're our local psychic. How
Yeah.
much do you charge a minute?
I wish I have my own 900 number. Let it happen.
But that's not for psychic
No,
stuff.
no, that's for something else. That's for actually, it's just movie preview voice?
Your burrito is so good. Oh, that chevron is so hot.
Maybe you have like the new future. Maybe that's your thing. That shouldn't be my thing. Jake waking up with ace queen, taking it down. William will not make the call.
I think my brain fell asleep 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, it's definitely down on the wire here. Jake on the slow uphill climb. He needs to make that a little faster. He needs to double up Big William.
There's honestly nothing worse than playing all day, busting like a little bit before the money, and having to do commentary on the final table.
On all of the people that you just spend the entire tournament spewing chips to.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. No, it's fine.
It's okay.
Those aces meant to be cracked by 4 deuce.
Yeah, those aces they never saw it coming.
Those bitches.
All right, so he makes it, looks like 40K to go, 50K to go, and it's on Jake with ace-9. We might see some all-in action here. That's my guess.
1-900 the Brill, correct. It's a good hand. I mean, heads up, it's a great hand.
I think you have a couple fans of your voiceover, for sure. I think you could start that 1-900 number whenever you're ready.
I mean, I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk burritos the whole time. And pierogies.
They would take it.
And cabbage rolls.
Now, Jake has William highly dominated here, locked with a share card as well. The check back. The check back at the cards. Is William gonna pull the trigger? Oh, he lets it go. Wow. I thought that was gonna be it. Man, that could have been huge for Jake right there.
Scratch head equals weak, Cycling Guy says. V-Cross Poker says that hair seriously amazing balls. Yeah. It is sexy and luscious.
Well, you felt it. Give us the play-by-play.
It was kind of like that moment you realize that heaven is real.
Oh, wow. Man, William is killing the hair game.
Yeah, I felt the hand of God in his hair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was there like a hairgasm there?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Fantastic.
I would say that.
Fantastic. The Jake on the button, first to act. He is going to, was that a raise it up there? Raise it to 50K.
The Jake is a player, you watch a Nihilist run bad, and this is it. This is what happens when a Nihilist runs bad. No?
I was just reading some of the funny chat, sorry.
Just ignore me.
Jake to Carl, just ignore me. Just ignore me.
Andrew Barber says I like my guys a little bit older. I don't know, sometimes I should read it before I say it out loud. I'm too tired.
All right, William here on the button with 6-4.
You want me to say baklava? I like some baklava, actually.
Not enough.
Oh, baklava.
They want it.
I
have to give the fans what they want.
Yeah, you gotta do the request.
I love baklava.
We get it.
Jake needs to check fold more flops. Greg Breezy says. I feel like no one's giving him credit for like beating out 136 people.
No, I feel like
F that. No one cares.
I feel like people are just like whoever gets second right now lost, and I'm like, guys, they're.
But that's poker players.
Yeah, of course.
That's poker players. They want to win, and that's it.
Well, it's the same thing. Like, if this is like a World Series event and you're playing for a ring or a bracelet or something, you know, anybody else would be like, "Oh man, you got second! Congratulations!" You'd be like, "Whatever, man. I didn't get the bracelet.
Yeah.
I didn't win. Whatever."
Oh, I only got like 300,000.
Yeah, but like, I would have really liked that bracelet.
Or I bet you like Andrew Barber won that bracelet in 2015. He's like, "Yo, I think I could have played it better."
I know he's needling himself, even though he won. He's like, I could have won by more.
By better.
Oh, look at this. Ace Queen.
Classic polarized flop.
Classic Barber. All right, here we go. Everybody bricks the flop. William with the best hand at Jack High. Guys, it's almost midnight. I don't even know where I'm at right now.
I want to go home.
Jake is just slowly chipping up, bit by bit, man. He was down to like 300 and some change.
Step by step. Ooh, baby. Gonna get some of that stack.
I like it. I like
The
it.
90s.
Man, we need to do like a late night Stones live, uncensored,
Karaoke party.
uncensored karaoke.
Uncensored.
For sure.
Wow, would I love to be a part of an uncensored show.
Alcohol, you pretty much already are, but alcohol, well, no, you're not even close to uncensored. Trust me, Veronica Uncensored we'd have to blur stuff out. We'd have to have the live blur thing going on.
Security is called often for me. They all carry fuzzy handcuffs because of me.
So this could be a dangerous hand here for Jake or William. Let's see here. So William's gonna come out swing with pocket fives, and heads up, Jake with ace deuce suited. He might jam it here. People in the chat are already saying GG, good game.
The biggest variable here is that Jake's tired.
All right, so Jake makes
been
the
a long
call.
day.
Yeah, Jake makes the call here. Yeah, guys, they're approaching actually about 12 and a half hours of play. So this is not exactly a quick tournament. 9-9 Jack here on the flop. William's still with the best hand. Jake with an out as an ace or a jack. And William is going to fire a couple tiles. 75K by William. And Jake is in the tank. Jake's sitting on just shy of 500K here. Pot's at 200K. This is a big, important pot for him. And he's going to make the call. Turn, ooh, a spade. It's gonna give him a spade out, world of outs.
And a set for, or sorry, a boat for
Oh
William.
yeah, ouch. Ouch. In Jake's head, he's thinking that's a great card for him, and it opens up a world of outs. In reality, it was the death card.
The what card?
The death card.
The card of doom.
What's for
Jake
dinner?
shoves.
Justice.
Insta call by William.
Oh,
Everything's over.
Nothing you could do.
Now that the love, and he makes his flush. Can we run it twice?
Yeah, you want to run it twice, 3 times? Wow.
What is this? All right, we're gonna get an interview by William, our winner.
Wow. In the middle. It's a William sandwich. He had to wrestle bears to get here. William.
You're in the middle.
William, congratulations, dude. Right on.
All right.
Absolutely.
There was no way you weren't winning with that head of hair. We all have been admiring you from a distance,
Oh no.
zooming in.
It's true. Seriously, if you go back, if you ask anybody, any of your friends who've actually watched you on the stream, they're gonna be like, "I didn't know you wrestled bears on the daily." I mean,
Yeah.
it's
So
legit.
you've been playing with these people for hours tonight, and I think that history has played a part in your decision making. Did it not? I mean, a lot of us saw some things that maybe we didn't get because we didn't have that history for the last 8, 12 hours.
Well, one of the things I found out about Jake was that he's got a fairly wide range, and so I was more likely to call him or raise him than I would other players.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, giving Jake action is good and bad. For you, it worked out. You ran really well tonight.
Well, yeah, you know, the cards went against him, and it came my way. And also the fact that I had opportunities to do some work for a while.
I mean, it helps with a big stack, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And how did your game start changing when you started collecting all the chips? You just took all the chips,
Yeah,
slapped everybody
you know,
upside the head with them.
What you don't see in playing, watching the final table, what you don't see is that, you know, I was down to about 8,500 in the 7th round.
Oh wow.
And,
okay.
you know, came back from that. And I just started catching a lot of flops. That's what really makes the difference.
Yeah.
You know.
It was good, and I've said this before. I was like, guys, if you're gonna catch a heater in a tournament, don't do it in the beginning.
Right.
Do it at the end.
Right, absolutely.
And yeah, I mean, you were catching some cards, but you also had some pretty solid play in there too. And it was great, man. It was a great showing.
I was fairly lucky in the very beginning, but it didn't last, and that's, you know, you start losing chips, and the best thing you can do is hang on for dear life, which is exactly what I did. And then I caught a couple of decent flops. I caught 2 pair against pocket tens, and the guy went all in. Of course, I called him, and so I doubled up in that hand, you know, and then the rest of it was just letting the cards play themselves pretty much. And also, I think when I was at the final table, the guy on my right, I don't know his name, but
It's probably
I was
David.
able to.
Yeah, it was one of the Davids.
Yeah,
I was
it was
able to
David.
come on really strong against him, and then a couple of times I actually had the worst hand and he folded. That probably had to do with my chip stack.
I was
more than
surprised
anything
actually
else.
because I played with David for quite a few hours and he doesn't fold. He has a huge range. So
Yeah. Well, I one time got him off of pocket queens, and all I had was a pair of tens and a flush draw. But you know, he bet it, and I came over the top of him, and he folded him. So that was good for me.
Yeah.
I'd have lost a significant part of my stack if he hadn't folded.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in the booth. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. Congratulations on the
I
win.
really enjoyed
Give
my
me-
time
there we
tonight.
go.
Thank
I'm
you
sure
very
we'll
much.
see you on plenty more
I gotta
tournaments
tell
to
you
go.
that Stones, as far as I'm concerned, is the best place to play tournaments there is.
Of course.
Yeah.
We have a great structure.
You
Yeah,
guys are awesome.
yeah. I mean, and it's awesome.
Yep.
Love it.
All right,
loved it.
everybody. Well, you got to stay for the goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Join
Okay.
us tomorrow for a 5-5 game and tune in 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Good night.